One place to start, the revolution is here. It's the part of evolution, the solution is clear. There's no disputing the fear, believe in media hype that the ending is near when you'll be deep in the fight.
They want our peace. Yes, son of David. They want our peace. You know what they hate too? They hate that you have a positive outlook on life. They can't stand that because you know what the scriptures say? The scriptures say God he comes to give you hope in your future, right? Plans to prosper you. So when you understand that God is here to help you and not harm you, and he gives you purpose on your life, a lot of people don't have purpose. A lot of people are just floating around through life. They don't have no reason to be alive. They're not helping humanity. They're only hurting humanity. So they don't like that, right? And they see that you have that purpose, or they see that you have that joy in your future, or you're just happy. to be alive because God has given you a heart posture of gratitude. Thank you for the $10 sevenfold. God bless you too, man. But you have a heart posture of gratitude, and these people get upset that you have a good heart. They get mad at your good heart. They get mad if you're evil. They get mad if you're good. They simply get mad at your mere existence. Your mere existence. That's it. Literally, I've tried to be mean. I've tried to be nice. I've tried to do certain things. It's your existence. Your mere existence alone, y'all. You could be the friendliest, nicest, happiest, go-lucky person. They still gonna say, we don't like you because of your God that's in your life. That peace that you have, or that purpose, or that talent that you have, or them looks that you have, or whatever it is, we don't like you. Your spirit, God working within you, we do not like you. And it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, some days I get weak, yo. Some days I get frustrated, you know? Some days I feel a little depressed. I feel sad. I shed a couple tears and stuff, you know? Because it's like, what happened to this place? You feel me? What happened to humanity? What happened to mankind? What happened? What happened? You feel me? And it's like, obviously I have the revelation on what's going on, but it's just, it's sorrowful, man. It's real sorrowful at times, because it's just like, God, why don't you just kill these people? What the hell are they doing here? They just here to gossip and talk shit on people all day long and make them feel bad? That's what they're here to do? Just project on the people all day? That's their mere existence, is just projecting on the people 24 hours a day? That's just all they do, is just make people feel stupid for being alive. You know? A lot of people are jealous of me, y'all, because obviously my platform, my talents, the anointing, what I've said, what I've exposed, Christ working in my life, them hating the fact that God is still with me. Same with y'all, man. Even if you don't have a platform and stuff, you know what I mean? They just hate whatever they can hate. And like whoever Son of David says, self-hate, that's what it is. These people hate themselves. They're absolutely full of whatever the hell it is, demons or just negative things, and they just project it. And that's how they feel alive, is by projecting it onto you and making you feel like shit everywhere you go. Messing with your food, gaslighting you, constantly letting you know that they don't like you, bro. And it's like, I don't even know you, man. I'm giving you my money. I'm giving you money for the services you offer, and you're gonna treat me like this? All right, cool. They obsess over us. Yeah, eternal love. I've met some pretty good people too, David. It's not all, you know what I mean? But on these days like today, it's like, damn, you know what I mean? It's just all like, I go out and I just got mistreated for no reason, no apparent reason. I came into business with a smile, let them know, like, hey, I'm here for this, XYZ, and they just start gossiping and grouping up, talking. Man. It's like, bro, you don't even know me. I wouldn't even do that if I was you. Because God's watching. There's no reason for you to do that or mess with someone's food either. Thank you for the 10 again, sevenfold. God bless you, bro. Shout out to you for sowing, man. Devil gets to watch us die off. Yeah, that's what they do. They get off on death and misery and depression and you feel me? They get off on all this weird stuff, man. These negative emotions out here. Feeling alive, trying to do evil. Doing evil is what makes them feel alive. When they do good, they feel like shit. They try to be nice, or they try to be kind, or they try to do the right thing, live a righteous life, live holy, whatever, and it makes them feel like garbage. They don't have no joy in it.
They definitely want to try to cut you off from getting the donos, especially when you're legit. I mean, if you're found out to be not legit, right, you should be part of the RICO case that Miss Denise Matkow is filing with the Muffin Man. Okay, if you're against people getting donos, okay, but you're the dirty ones that are trying to get donos and part of a RICO case against the legit people, well then, I don't know what to tell you there. Oh man, RICO case is going on everywhere over the donos.
The flesh is wicked, man. Shout out everybody in here, though. Make sure you get the likes up, man. Make sure you get the likes up, man. Yeah, it's green out here. God is good, man. You know, people suck, bro. I can't stand mankind. I can't stand humanity. I met some good people, though. Don't get it twisted. That's why I come in on here with y'all, because y'all are the only thing, you know, outside of a few people behind scenes that I got. Everybody else sucks, bro. Everybody else is evil, wicked, broke, miserable, hateful, a troll, emotionless, numb, cold. Like, all of these different things, and I'm like, damn, y'all, what is wrong with all of y'all, man?
Can some people...
Y'all need help. For real.
Can you... Some of y'all out there try the state of mind called being vibrant. Can some of y'all out there just try that? And it includes touching grass, maybe. Taking your little morning walks.
When you find good people, cherish them. Yeah, Sky. For real, man. For real. When you find a good-hearted person, you better hold them, man. People out here are evil, bruh. Evil. Evil. For no fucking reason. Just evil to be evil. Just to be evil. For nothing. They don't even get nothing from it. They don't even get nothing. You feel me? You just evil just to be evil? You ain't even, you're broken evil. You ain't even evil and rich. You're evil and broke. Like, you feel me, y'all? You just evil to be evil, and you're broke. Like, you're not even being evil for any benefits even. You're just evil and you feel me? Like, for what? For what? You just mad, evil, depressed, and miserable and broke, and you're gossiping about me, and you're talking crap, and you're doing all this for what? You're working at this minimum wage job, and you're over here treating me like crap because I come into your business trying to get a burrito?
Uh-oh, about the food again.
For what? For what? You know what I'm saying? Got some evil trolls, yeah, because they don't want me on live. They want me to stop this platform. They're trying to get me back into Babylon and get me to shut up. But I'm not going to stop exposing the Freemasons. I'm not going to stop exposing the CIA. I'm not going to stop exposing the FBI. I'm not going to stop exposing these occults and these witches. I'm not going to stop. You got to kill me, bro. And I know y'all is watching. And I dare you to try it. Because my God will vindicate me and show up every single time because my heart is pure. I'm the least confrontational dude on the planet. Everybody picks fights with me. Everybody bullied me since I was a kid. Everybody always trying to pick a fight with Justice. Everybody trying to be the villain in my story, bro.
Yeah, because his talents just made him a target from, like, real quick from birth all of a sudden. I mean, you can refute it. You can say, oh, that program doesn't exist. Bullshit. It was downplayed the other day. I think it was yesterday. It was downplayed that there's only like a fraction of what's been put out there of people actually being targeted by, like, let's say some type of a program. Well, there are, you know, they're saying like, oh, there's only 8 people in the United States maybe that are targeted. 8 people. No, try 2 million veterans. Okay, just saying. Right. Oh, jeez. Seriously, that's just how many veterans there are. Just saying. One big rat race freaking engineered experiment in turbo mode. They're all trying to keep it together. I've got other things that I want to go through today. Everyone, thanks for joining in. Got a few of you there. Waiting on a guest to click the link. And then later on, if you want to click the link before I end out, anyone, I'll open it up. But got one person that I'd like to have click the link and join us when they're ready. I'm ready. But I think what I'll do is, you know, and I just don't like ruining the mood, right? Justice just lays it out so freaking thick and quick. Like that. That's why I was playing him. And I was like, I don't want to ruin the mood and because I'm in a good mood. I like being vibrant. but the thing is to refute the BS, just like he was saying there. F all these programs out there who are trying to silence certain dissenting voices with their evil trolling and tactics and stupid games. Right? And I don't like taking it there right away. I think until we get our guest up here, I think I might go over to real quick. I think I had one more piece of music I wanted to play till we got somebody here. Especially since now we're coming through the studio. What's up, everybody? Should be sounding a little bit better from the last couple of times I was live in the garage trying to play music through a freaking Japanese freaking censorship, Chinese censorship and shit like that you're trying to bust through on grass field, yo. Carmen Thick, got some new names in the chat watching. Okay, all right. Seriously, if you need to just come on my panel like a SHilliots, Scotty the SHilliots, just because so you can go back to your 24/7 shill stream and say, oh, I went over and messed the cocks this morning. You're not messing. You're playing stupid games, and your evil trolling tactics are in court case record. Just saying. So, waiting for a guest. I'll shoot out the text because I know they were busy, and then we'll get into it. That's kind of what we're waiting for, is to go through the Monday morning business that makes everybody cry. And I'm not, hey, Shay might have done it, but that was justified. Okay. Fellowmon crying and then lying about it. Okay, another thing. So I just don't want Shay to think that I'm making fun of her, that she had a, well, I just don't know what to call it all, right? It's just, everybody, yeah, life's tough. That's all I can say, man. Life's tough, but don't give them what they want, ever. Don't kiss the ring. Right? No crying in baseball, but hey, it's okay that Fellowmon can cry in baseball and then lie about it and then bring me up immediately after. That is the stupidest shit to do. All right, we got a song before we get into Monday morning MoonDay morning. Woo, and I'm feeling it too. I'm feeling jive, baby. Vibrant. Thanks for joining in, everybody. We're going to be getting into a little more different of returning to, we got to return to SENDER. All right, just saying.
helping the community, farm work, and polishing watchers, which were small statues of creatures placed at the foot of every house that the book said would protect the chosen people from harm, and even protect them in battle. Each one looked different, and all were treated as actual people, talked to, given small offerings of food at night, and even kissed by the women. At the age of 8, the children were allowed to enter the Temple of the Seer. It was an odd-shaped building, kind of looked like the White House, just a lot smaller. The outside was covered in watchers and was painted a weird gray color. The entrances were bolted shut on the inside, and the gathering area was a large circle, upon which everyone in the community could sit together. Now, just so you understand, the community was run in a hierarchy. There were 3 elders, all male, and 1 mother, female elder, who was also ran teaching. She was highly respected, sometimes more so than the male elders. The temple was run with the 3 elders sitting in the middle, and mother sitting behind them, and all of the community was circled around. As I was told to keep awareness high, those who attended the gatherings were adorned in white robes, children in gray robes, male elders in black robes, and mother in a red robe.
Andrea, this is you got a short time, Andrea. What's going on?
I just was doing a quick check-in, and I'm just.
So, because we have.
I see something hot happening.
I'm sorry.
I see that you have hot news happening. I didn't want to interrupt, but I just wanted to see.
Old news?
That's exactly what a Clovis Jr. would say, trained to go in to get some type of cutting edge on the news. Oh, we got new news, everybody. This was yesterday. And I'll tell you what I was doing yesterday. That's what I'm waiting on a certain someone else to join us. Sure, plenty of people probably know who it is. Here's the thing, Kate. Yesterday, all right, I wasn't nose buried in a trapper keeper taking notes on what everyone else was doing on the internet yesterday, okay? What I was doing was being productive, listening in. As I'm being productive, I can record clips. Okay, I'm kind of multi. I don't like to say multitasking. I don't believe in being able to multitask. But I was very productive yesterday. Not nose buried in a trapper keeper taking notes. And then double reverse projecting, triple flip springboard twist that other people are actively, right then and there, involved in some type of gang stalking of someone else. I was too busy to keep track of the grid yesterday, and the SHilliots and why Scotty and Andrea don't have animals. I don't think they have animals or animals they have to take care of. And responsibilities beyond what? Going to work, painting some cupboards in the kitchen, making sure your lady is happy, right? And you talk to her all sweet. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But yeah, there's oh my gosh. Crazy. Okay. I see our guest in the back. I gotta do the microphone changeover echo cancellation trick and to make sure you come through good. Okay. And you've got we've got the internet psychiatrist in the back. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be good. Let me, like I said, I need to change over our echo cancellation and bring down.
Hello.
Okay, here you are. Let me bring down the music. Okay. Yeah, I was just about ready to start that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to ya. Yeah, that name I got up there is what Madria called me in her little video, that clip you sent me. She was talking to Scotty Karate, the fake MMA guy.
Internet.
And she's trying to downplay that video that she posted during one of her manic episodes.
Well, I think on that side they have on call nurse practitioner psychiatrist. I don't think they can prescribe meds. That would be a psychologist, I believe. But or do I have it turned around? One can prescribe meds, one can't. But anyways, that on call nurse, right, when the breakdown happens on their side is part of the bonus program. It's like you know, when you can have a subscription for, you know, an online lawyer at all times. See what I'm saying?
Oh, they have something like that going on?
I would say so. I mean, the pattern is proven. I've sent you other clips to prove that pattern, and amazing, huh?
All right, let me hit the chat button and let me see what's going on here.
Oh, you I haven't even looked at the chat in a minute.
Oh my goodness, what name is this bitch under now since she deleted 3 of her channel?
I think I know,
What's up,
but
bitch?
she wants people to know. That's the thing. So I don't know
Okay, well,
if she's gonna have the balls, brass ovaries to actually participate.
Oh
in
no,
this one.
she will. She's just busy getting her screen record going now that I'm here. But
Shit.
yeah. How's it feel to fill up your phone with the fucking a bunch of nothing chasing a ghost, bitch? And you know, she had one thing right in her video. She was saying, she's like, why is Shay protected? She's just some stupid Dr. Phil reject loser. Well, like I said, I am protected because there's people that like me, so why don't you try to be a better person and then you'll have better people that like you and protect you. That's my advice to you, lady, 46 years old. There's something more productive to do besides come at women like me, you know? And then taunt me like, oh, fuck around and find out. I'm not trying to fuck around and find out. People keep fucking with me, dude. And I'm telling you, they're gonna be finding out. I'm not intimidated by a bunch of stupid ass middle-aged people with nothing better to do but troll me. I'm not.
For a program.
So exactly, for your stupid ass fucking programs. I know what you're doing to some extent, and you know, you better run your shit on somebody else.
Well, the cannon
Hi, Kelly.
fodder.
I see you in the chat.
Fodder doesn't care. The cannon fodder just does what it's supposed to do and run its course until. But projecting out, like when I talked to her on the phone, there were just a couple of things she has to say in this video. You know, she's on a good loop. Well rehearsed. They've been waiting for these moments for a long time. But the thing is to all of a sudden just kind of pick a fight with me over the phone, and after you get to know me a little bit, like what you think is going to push a button, and then say that I'm part of the machine. And that's the first time I blocked her. I'm like, really? That's what I'm trying to. That's exactly what I'm against. And you're trying to say I'm that. You obviously haven't been listening, right? I mean, I think that
Right.
Shay enough have spent enough time on the phone that we're not part of the machine. We are trying to flip the tables on it.
Right.
And I
And
mean, there is a way, but
you know that clip you sent me to listen to, right? So the first half of it I listened to, but the second half she's completely projecting, and Scotty and her, that clip you sent me, they're completely projecting what they are actually doing onto us. And I'm like, that's very interesting, you know?
it's the Aquino way. It's what I've been trying to tell you about, and it is amazing how, and they have to lead off right away, just like Vic did. He's gonna say that I'm the one lying, but I'm not. They've got a very well rehearsed script. This isn't the first set of bench
Mhm.
warmers like Scotty and Andrea that have been waiting for years in the background. And I even
Right.
uploaded a clip about that on the PI High for Hire channel last night.
Yeah.
And I'll play that later. It'll all get put in this one about the way they're. Scotty finally kind of opened up about all the connections in the background and even was talking about how, I mean, there was such damage control campaigns where they're like, retreat, go back to the hangouts and regroup. And that's some
Right.
really weird, serious shit. That's stupid, fucking cybernetically charged slave action. It really is to me. Go ahead.
Right. And that's why now they're trying to downplay, um, whenever Andrea was having like a mental meltdown and going crazy, making post and video shorts when we did a live and we were talking about her, and there might have been a link dropped or something that might have made her, put her panties in a bunch a little bit. She was freaking out, and she made all these posts and videos about us, right, in a short amount of time, like 24 hours. And one of these videos was a video with a clown filter. You guys can find it on AndreaPeatlut.com front page, and it's a two-part video, so but she had it in one. So anyway, she's on there talking about how she has been busy at the Workiverse learning to be a good troll, and thank you for the workout in the troll octagon. And she's like, oh, you can ask Scotty about that. Scotty at the MMA, and she's like letting us know that it's not really an MMA, it's a troll octagon, and they're just busting each other's balls and breaking each other in as trolls and all this shit. Now she's trying to
Let me just stop
downplay
you
it.
right there. Real quick.
Mhm.
They need to know and figure out, though, when they've been out trolled.
Oh, I think
Okay.
they have. She has. I think
Well,
she has.
no. I mean, the video I sent you from yesterday, and just real quick, Kay. Last
Yeah.
night, when that happened, I was literally sleeping, and I can wake up when I all of a sudden hear my name said on a stream. So
Yeah.
yesterday I was listening to Scotty's because he was going over some interesting stuff. Every once in a while he might have something interesting, and I'll tune in and wait for him to start talking about me or something, right? But yeah,
Mhm.
I was asleep all of a sudden, and I had a pretty productive day besides having a little nap. What was your day like yesterday? Were you taking notes in a trapper keeper, like what's going on with this person and Cox and shit? You know what I'm
No.
saying? No.
No, I wasn't. I was busy with my kids and enjoying my Sunday.
Yeah. And I was doing other stuff, but the projection in this video, and I'll play it if she wants to hang around or not. She's already listened to it. I just wanted to get her on here to
Yeah, I'll
get
listen
her
to it because
download.
then they
But
can see what I'm talking about. And that video about the Workiverse, like I said, that's on AndreaPeatluck.com. That's PIETLUCK. You know?
did you get a correlation on what she said in the video versus what I sent you from last night yesterday? Is there a correlation on
Um,
that worky versus it? Does the two stories
yeah,
match up?
No, it doesn't, because she's trying to downplay it and be like, I don't really know anything, and yeah, it's connected to that Ruski guy, but I don't know anything. What am I? I'm just, a dumbass. Like she's trying to act like she don't know what she's talking about, but context matters, and the fact that she was actually having like a manic episode when she posted it, and I'm just judging that by the way that she was posting manically. This is my speculation, okay? I'm not a doctor. Speculating like she speculates about me and my mental health. I'm speculating about hers. Bitch is off her rocker when she's posting all that shit. Okay, first she's gonna call the authorities, then she's just gonna post a bunch of things back, then she's taking down her shit. Well, you know, wanna tell me I kicked the bee's nest, bitch? You did. Fuck you. Fuck with me. I'm sick of this shit. You know how
Right.
many times I've been through it? You know how many times? So there comes a way you gotta figure out a way you deal with these fucks that you won't go to jail for.
Right. Well, and the thing is seeing the pattern in the connections with Predward, with the
Yep,
Clovis Jr. shit.
I
Okay,
see it.
Turtle Boy and all that other
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah.
Shithead Dennis. That
Mhm.
even my thoughts on that. And I
Mhm.
think we should, if we're gonna talk about Dennis, being a shithead shill prick,
Yeah.
you
Why I don't
should
talk
charge a
about
hundred
him.
dollars. No, it should be a hundred
Yeah,
dollars per question.
it is gonna be. There's reasons I don't talk about that person, and it ain't what you think, people.
Right.
So speculate
Yeah.
all you want. If you want me to discuss it, you could pay me for
Until
that.
it comes out. Or if they
Yep.
want to pay to help it come out, that should be it. But they just automatically, I mean, the whack jobs are automatically saying, oh, they're working Dr. Phil and Dennis and
I
no,
can
not
tell you that I
steroids.
don't. I don't have nothing to do with them, and I haven't, and I, didn't even talk to him very soon after that show was taped. And there was a lot of drama and tit for tat bullshit, and I just really don't want to get into it.
Oh, I do, but that's
I,
why
I, I
you
mean, I
shouldn't
do,
and
but
I
I
won't.
don't. It's
Right.
just a lot of
Right.
evil. It
Yep.
was a tit for tat in the physical spirit war, but in the physical, you know what I mean?
And
And it's
that's
just drama,
right. Right. And that's
drama.
exactly why I think that guy is around, to keep things in the physical on purpose.
He's fake as fuck, and the people around him know he's fake as fuck. The people in his real life, you know what I mean? They're
Yep.
not talking to him as a psychic, you know what I mean? His
That's
neighbor.
that's why that's why I was almost not wanting to answer any questions unless Madria wanted to pay the $100, so she wouldn't pay the $100 and go troll him.
His his
Right.
his
But
kid's
it's gonna be
mother
like
knows.
Scotty. No, it's gonna be like Scotty when Scotty goes to the RSO rodent. Hey, can I get some information on Cox? It's gonna be the same thing. She's gonna make buddies with him. Can I get some information on Shay? See, and they go to almost your enemies, but they gotta paint you as friends and working together. It's stupid as shit, dude. But anyways,
Yeah,
do you have
definitely.
time? Do you have time to where you want me to play that video and we'll go through it, or do you want to
I
just
mean, I really
go through your thoughts first?
I really don't have a lot of time because I have
Yeah.
stuff I'm in the middle of. Like, I took
Yep.
some time out to come on here. To be honest with you, I do have a really busy day. It's not that I don't want to be on here. I definitely do. So,
I think
um,
you really laid it
but
out well, and the rest that when I play the
oh,
video and other videos, I can lay it out for you a little bit
all right.
too, and
I'll stay for a minute. I'll stay for a minute. I just you know,
yeah, it was more about, and it'd be hard to kind of find the part in the video to where she's downplaying the Ruski connection with the
I'm with my
working group.
friend, okay, guys? I have friends in the real life, in the physical, and I'm here with one, and I don't want to keep them waiting in their car away
Right.
from me. We're trying to hang out during the school day with my dog and take a walk and stuff. All
No
right.
shit. But
That
yeah,
if you want to
that's
speculate about what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. To be honest with you,
yeah. You know who
I
the one
got.
is keeping track of everything in a trapper keeper is Madria, actually.
Well, write it down. I've got at least one friend in the physical. There's more than one, but you know what I mean? I got fucking shit to do,
They're
you
trying to
know.
say, Shay, they're trying to say that my house is like a YouTube flop house or something like that for YouTubers, when I've only had a
Oh
few people
man.
over more in a professional capacity, but I've had a lot of good bands, friends, coming through town,
Well,
all the places that I've lived. I've always had people that come into my house and stay and record or, chill and regroup or refresh, get new perspective on their art or something like that, help me finish projects. It's some crazy stuff to think that,
well,
well,
I
it's really
mean,
projection. It's stupid.
you're a man and you live on your own. You don't have children that will be at risk by who you invite over.
Right.
So it's really at your discretion what risk you want to put yourself at. And you have paid the price quite a few times actually about who you had over. It is
Well,
pretty
let me
risky.
just stop you there because actually there really hasn't been a price to pay. They think they've inflicted damage by having me infiltrated by a few scumbags.
Mhm.
It's the way I look at it. Anyways,
Right.
thought
I
they could
mean, the
do it.
price you paid is just having your trust and your home violated, basically, you know?
Yeah, and put on the internet like Scummered would do, huh?
Yeah.
Same thing with
Yeah.
Scummered. It's the same damn program.
Put a false narrative out there and shit, you know?
Oh man, yeah. Then Madry is the next bench warmer to keep it going because Clovis had to rage quit. Clovis
Right.
Jr. keeping it going. Dumb dumbs.
Right, and the reason for the name on here above my avatar is because that's what Andrea called me in that clip that you're about to play, so I put it up there. It made me laugh so hard. And then they called you something, but I didn't want to repeat it on here. So something about the
It is
Jesus of
and that's
YouTube.
what I noticed back in like 2017, 18-ish, is that they fell him on. I mean, he always says that I come at him first. No, he's the one that wanted to play some type of hockey or volleyball game in my comment section. It's because I did a video on a couple of his friends that were major LARPing stupid and wanted to fuck with me all of a sudden, just out of the blue. Because I'll always be cool. I always start off cool until somebody wants to get stupid. Then I'll go, oh, is that the game we're gonna play here? It's like Scotty admits. He's like, he just came on that panel yesterday or the day before where you both were on there. And he just came on, he goes on his channel and says, oh, I just went over there to go mess with them. And that purposeful
Right.
type of shit, I mean, there's bigger, like, let's say, either channels or bigger swings that you can take at the establishment if you think you're painting me or Shay as part of the establishment. Fuck that.
Right.
Tried, and Madry even says, oh, I've taken down a dirty judge. You know what I told her? Take down another one. No,
Right.
no, focus on me,
Right.
focus on Shay. Yeah, it's pretty crazy
Right.
stuff.
And then she's trying to say that you have weaponized me against her or some sort of thing. I didn't even know who she was until she already knew who I was and made channels specifically to target me, reached out to me on my channel through commenting on my channel to make sure that I would freaking recognize her channel. Then in this clip you're about to play, she mentions the Andrea Grows channel, which was or no, the Andrea Knows channel, the Andrea Knows It All that sub modded for Scumrin. She doesn't say Andrea Grows, she says Andrea Knows. And that's why she made the Andrea Grows channel, because she wanted that to jog my memory in my head, I think, right? And she slipped up. She said it in here in this clip you're gonna play. I forget the timestamp, but it was I think the second half of it.
Yep, yep.
So I'm gonna
Yeah, there's
mute and I can
definitely
stay a little longer.
there's definitely uh she's downplaying her involvement with the puppy mill, that this area with them.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, when she was on with Clovis and others, she was just like, this is my home base. I've been watching you guys for years. But all of a sudden, I'm the one dragging her in. It's some stupidest shit ever. But anyways, all right, I'll
Nope.
play it. Well,
All right.
what I like to go on real, I mean, this just proves it for me. The very first part, coming out of the middle of nowhere onto Scotty's stream and having to sell that she's there to she got some breaking news or something. New news.
Oh God, Andrea, you got a short time, Andrea. What's going on?
I just was doing a quick check-in.
Yeah.
And I'm just
no, because we have
I see something hot
the
happening.
painting. I'm sorry.
I see that you have hot news happening. I didn't want to interrupt, but I just
No,
wanted
this
to
is
see.
old news. This is like Death LARP from Jesse broke this.
A Death
Thursday?
LARP?
Yes, this has been happening, but Jesse and or one of Thomas's people uncovered this. Jesse made me aware of this Thursday, and then Friday he had Lestat on the hotline.
That's the guy that fell out the
see,
window.
see how they've got to stick with what's the breaking news as far as death LARP, suicide LARP, shit like that. And it's okay that Vic does that to people too, by the way, doing the suicide death LARP shit. That's all right. I'm doing a sicko, doing a freaking suicide LARP with the sicko that should have been registered but wasn't, and on TV, since they're so worried about me and Shay being a part of Hollywood or something. How about Mark Connors that worked with Scotty? And then his buddy, Eric Shilkerson, did a suicide LARP to help him get out of some shit, and all the infiltration and on TV. That's not important? Okay, all right. We know what our priorities
but apparently that was all bullshit, which I was skeptical myself. Plausible but improbable. Yes, Charlie?
Yeah. Maybe in the future, people will just assume that everything's a LARP until proven differently.
Well, right. I was skeptical, but I mean, I know people that have committed
somebody
suicide,
who believes in crypto.
I'm trying to. Okay.
Is all I'm getting at. So
Yeah.
To the spot. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I got a phone call, a long phone call that I didn't mean to take, or I didn't anticipate, I should say. I meant to take it. So I answered.
Is everything okay?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, I can't tell my family.
You seem a little rushed.
Sorry, I got a drama LARP. There's a death hoax.
Don't tell your family
whatever.
I told the kitchen painting alibi I had. But if you hadn't heard, that girl Andrea on Aaron's, if you check his stream from yesterday morning, she came on to try to throw you under the bus about some video.
See how he can't even keep it straight. He was supposed to say Shay, but he didn't. Isn't that interesting?
You said I was working with. First of all, let me.
I don't know anything though. So even if I said I thought you were working with somebody, what do I know? I watch it not as much as everybody else.
Yeah, I didn't really care anyway. I'm like,
yeah, my opinion.
Okay, all right. So that's a bunch of shit right there. That's a crock of shit. She had to LARP like she didn't see Shay's episode or see the clips, had to play dumb to that, and then all of a sudden see if she could sideswipe me with some stuff. Saying that this area is her home base, but downplaying it here that I drug her in, she didn't even know what was going on until no, she's always kind of floating around. But here's the thing, okay? This is Monday morning business, swinging at what happened during the weekend and the bullshit. This isn't me being on top of it in real time as what she portrays as the gang stalker. Okay, just saying, this is what I do. I've been a rebuttal channel for a long time.
Doesn't matter at the time, I'm just trying to whatever. So what'd she say?
Your new best friend Shay Shay. But if you wanted to hear it, I rewind my tape / because about an hour or two ago I was documenting it / it was funny because I was playing it and then the stream went unavailable and I checked back and it was available. So I don't know if Aaron was just like, haha, I'll fuck with them. And then,
yeah, but he's just watching you real time, like some kind of security agent, and just privating it. And he probably laughed just like that when he did it.
Yeah, I did actually laugh. I like to troll people like that. They'll play my videos or a stream and want to just be stupid about it, and then I'll put it on private just for a minute, just to see them, just to see how they react. Oh my gosh, right? I can play games like these guys can. Then I put it back on public, and he just shows you how far they have to go and check back. I can pull a little string, one little string, and watch them flip out from that. You guys are the ones in real time. You're on the 24/7 SHilliots channel. I love that. Yeah, I was just kind of watching, doing different stuff. watching other things while I'm doing stuff. And then all of a sudden he's playing my stream and I go, oh, I just want to mess with him. So I put it on private just to see what he would do, what he would say. Oh my gosh. Yeah, funny.
Yeah, but he's just watching you real time, like some kind of security agent. And
no, he was actually got a stream where he's playing. What's on the stream here is with Arturo and the Sewer King. And I wanted to review that again. I was actually, okay. I mean, Scotty's worth some laughs and a few things, but they're like that MMA crew, they're the Cry crew. It's like they've been kicked in the head too many dang times.
just privating it, and he probably laughed just like that when he did it.
Yeah, and then made it public again.
Yeah, like that's how he gets his jollies off.
Yeah, so he's a strange one.
And now he and Shay are doing.
So I got to be the security guy when I want to play some troll games back with them. See how that works? All of a sudden, I'm the agent when I've said so many damn times, I don't work with anybody, got no contracts, don't want to work with anybody, broke, okay? Which I'm happy being broke. But they have to project really bad. This is some really bad projection. And that's how she got blocked from me this second time. She's saying she blocked me. No, you say first, right? I give you some time. She put her number out there first, too, by the way. She put her number out there. How would I know to call her if I didn't have her number? It was given to me. Okay. So I call her so she can later on. He called me. Yeah, I was worried about you. It's like I worry about a lot of people that portray or LARP. Oh my God, they're after me. They come to my door. They come to my house. They're the biker. And you don't prove with timestamps, okay? It's just put out there. He sent them. Cox sent this biker guy. No, don't know any biker dudes, okay? Scotty does, though, apparently. So, anyway. Yeah, here, let's go back one more time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but he's just watching you.
Right there, see, he says right there that he came to my panel to fuck with me. Oh, okay. All right, so he's not interested in the truth. He just wants to be a little bitch, and they're going to keep crying the more I refute their bullshit. They'll cry, and see, I know it's a bad back and forth game where they're trying to suck me in to keep me around. So they can laugh at themselves. It's very narcopath. And so they can project everyone else's cray-cray. Okay.
Real time, like some kind of security agent, and just privating it. And he probably laughed just like that when he did it.
Yeah, and then made it public again.
Yeah, like that's how he gets his jollies off.
Yeah, so he's a strange one.
And now he and Shay are doing like internet, psychic foreplay, using me as some kind of like volleyball or something. Keep doing what you do, bitch. I mean,
well, see, the thing is there, Madria, isn't that what you were portraying, that you were playing games with this Workyverse and your Ruski buddy there, that you were working him as he's trying to work you. But then all of a sudden, it was just troll games. I like to play troll games too. I hope you guys don't mind and don't file charges when I swing back with the troll moves. Like when you're mirroring a video of mine, I might put it on private for a couple minutes just to see what you're going to say and do. Oh my God. Then put it back on public. You guys like to play troll games? You wanted to play troll games with an old veteran, and especially with Shay, that's got catches and convictions, and has done some serious shit. You know what I told Shay is you did such a big swing on the whole system. I think that you're gonna just like you get upgraded to a better department, okay, and spiritually wise, and which leads to blessings, okay. And the thing is, Andrea told you took down one judge, take down another. No, focused on me. See, and we're focused on what's interesting too, is making the swings in the spiritual, like even against what's going on with Telegram. What's going on with Telegram? This is no joke, and this is what I was hoping that Shay would talk about. Is she got, let's say, the inclination, the gut feeling to start looking into the Telegram connections to all of this, and then all of a sudden, and then she puts out the word to the wrong people, of course, right? It's just to see what had happened, and then 2 days later, or maybe even the next day, is when the CEO of Telegram gets arrested. Now, I've had stuff like that happen to me before, where you get this inclination and you look into something or you find something and you don't even have to say anything. You just find it, and then 2 days later, there's a major arrest correlating to what you were just going through. I'm not the only one doing it. Shay's doing it. She can do that. But what I suggest, instead of trying to focus on me or the ground soldiers, they're chasing the ghosts, no matter which side you think it's on, keep trying to take down dirty judges. Okay, my whole being doesn't lead back to any dirty judges. Besides wanting to take them down myself, but I mean, you can't pull an Eric Brandt and go, call him up and go, yeah, we're going to have you executed. You can't do that. I mean, it should work that way, but you can't in their democratic bullshit. I mean, I just know better that you don't have to fight or threaten in the physical. When God's timing works out for the next scumbag to either be arrested or being taken down, for instance, okay? And I've talked about this before. I was looking into human trafficking in Phoenix, and it led back to the medical industry. And then all of a sudden, 2 days later, after I'm looking into that, the tax assessor of Maricopa County gets arrested for human trafficking, not even 2 days later. So is that me going, kind of reaching into the ether and going, hey, assholes? Yes. And something has to give, and something has to now be pushed back. Now, push back into the physical. You work into the spiritual, things push back to the physical. That's not shithead Dennis spiritual warfare. Okay, he didn't teach that. He's just saying he's a messiah. He's a seer. No. There's a big difference between shooting blanks in the physical, thinking you're going into the spiritual, and actually going in because there's something serious that you found, and having the spiritual reach back into the physical to make the change. That's why things aren't working. There aren't enough people. There's too many, let's say, Catholics that just want to say, yep, he's a scumbag. He needs the mob and the pitchforks and torches thrown at him, and just keep it strong on him. Death by 1,000 cuts. That's the dark arts Catholic way, and Jew, and extremist Jew anyway. It's like extremist Muslim, right? They want to throw Arturos off the freaking gay Arturos off the buildings. Anyways, I'm going too deep into this. Shutting up for a minute.
You're investing too much time into me, but I'm flattered.
So she's the one that's actually Sunday doing the news like Clovis Jr. When I'm listening in, I was actually sleeping, and hearing her say my name, I wake up and I go, what the hell? Because I do that. I'll tune into certain streams. I know they're going to start talking about me in the middle of the night or something, because that's how the witches do it and the warlocks do it. So I freaking just go to sleep, tune in. You know, if they got interesting enough content, maybe in the morning I'll go back through it and just kind of scroll through, see if they say anything. That's not me being a narcopath waiting to see if somebody says something about me. That's me wanting to document it because, well, I mean, I told you guys back in 2017 I was going to either start cop watching or catching sickos. I just didn't know it was going to be both at the same time. Right? Going from a pred catch to a cop watch. Right? That's what I studied in college, by the way. These two SHilliots, Scotty and Madria, they definitely don't have the training, okay, to do what they're doing. Again, I've been saying that on loop for years. Anyways.
Whatever. Aaron called me. I didn't call him. He's the one that drew me in here. Remember? Yeah.
Well,
You don't sound very confident saying that. You sound a little wore out. Like your brass ovaries have, well, I could say not shined, haven't been shined for a while, but at least, you know, at least say it with some gusto or something when you're talking mad stupid shit about me.
You're investing too much time into me, but I'm flattered. Whatever. Aaron called me. I didn't call him. He's the one that drew me in here. Remember? Yeah.
Well, just to let you
How did I get her number then?
know, she
So
I
they can
think
scream that I'm an
about this.
infiltrator.
Just to be clear, she said there's a video. Not that I really care, but she had the website. She dropped the website, which I'm afraid to go to because there might be some sort of like sketchy virus with it or something.
Mhm.
So she told me to watch some video of you. There's like two clown videos, and one of them, you say that I'm part of the Workyverse, right? Which I don't even care if you did.
He's clout chasing. That's that troll group that Ruski's a part of. Like, I was
Okay.
joking around. I figured maybe you guys would get it because you guys know Ruski. It has nothing to do with her. She's
Well, I heard
trying-
Mass One say that you.
This is not
took him
even
down.
about her. All I
But-
was trying to prove was that I thought that Aaron was using her and weaponizing, just like that other guy weaponized her as a like she's a weaponized sicko. And Aaron used her to get me to shut up or whatever. Like nobody.
Or whatever. You see, there's the projection. She's the one that says that she was wanting to strike channels. I even think she tried to suck me in and wanted me to strike channels, the Scotty's channel that she's on right now, as like maybe a trap. She got a hold of me one day. Hey, where are you at? You need to help me strike these channels. I go, no, I don't. I don't strike channels. I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that for other people. Oh, then you might be with them if you don't want to strike them. No, I just want them there to make fun of for a little while. Now I'm done. Right? Now I'm done making fun of them. They're going to, and she's the one that says, oh, you got to let them cannibalize themselves. No shit. That is a tactic with a serious cell of sickos. Yeah, you got to troll them a little bit to fight each other, and then all of a sudden it's just imploded. Another sicko cell imploded. But now she's with them after she wanted me to help strike these channels. Oh, really? Really, Madria?
Was that I thought that Aaron was using her and weaponizing, just like that other guy weaponized her as a like she's a weaponized sicko. And Aaron
Wow.
used her to get me to shut up or what?
She's actually the one that's got catches there, Madria, and convictions. Okay. And the thing is, you say you got a dirty judge taken down, go after another one. You're such a tough guy.
Whatever. Like nobody's worried about that irrelevant bitch. Like the nation already laughed at her once. Like I'm not trying to. If she wants to be mad at somebody and make a website about somebody, she should do it about Dr. Phil and Turtle Boy.
Yeah, that's actually coming. And then what we'll do is probably also, since Mr. Connors has scrubbed a lot of the information off the internet, including the story and testimony of Scotty working with him and the suicide LARP of Eric Shilkerson. For some reason, they're both buddies. Eric Shilkerson doing the suicide LARP for Connors. All of that stuff I find fascinating. And like Vic doing some suicide LARPing, I believe that all should be wrapped up in one nice package in a website. we'll call him the we'll figure it out later, but I'm sure there's some good crew name that we could come up for that. The Cuckarati Cry Crew or something. The KKK, the Cuckarati Cry Crew.
Not
well,
me.
she seems to be upset. So I was tell, and
Well,
you already
because
knew
she's a
that.
chick,
so
and Aaron's probably gaslit her in a jealous way, like he tried to do with me.
Whoa, no. What I need is thirsty women, okay, that have some type of ulterior motive to stay the flip out of my way, because I'm not controlled. I don't get controlled by someone that could say I called them first. That type of psychology is telling me you're not trained well enough for this, and you got in my way, and you got in other people's way to try to put a target on my back and other people's back through you need to play LARP games and build a channel. I'll build channels just off of these assholes. How about that? Because back in the day, they didn't want me to build a channel off of having a music broadcast. They wanted to suck me into their game by starting to DDoS me and do stupid shit with my communications. Just saying to people that don't believe that, they don't want you to believe that, and they might not be doing it to you. You just don't know they're doing it to you. If you're a live streamer or something, they might lightly do it to you just so you don't pick up on it. For me, I get them so pissed, and I call it out that they just dump it on me. But not anymore for some reason. Not happening lately now, is it? It's taken me since 2017 to get clear lines since these fuckheads found me. It's been DDoS attack after DDoS attack after communications attack, because their democracy, they want to call people weird and shut people down. I want to see people make good content, period. If you're out here to is the viewers coalition, don't be pissed when the producer, after you critique or send an accusation my way, like I work with Shizzle. When I don't work with anybody, I might give some advice, like I was trying to do to Madria when she was saying, "Oh my God, they're coming to my house, they're coming to my door, the neighborhood, I'm so scared." As a bullshit Clovis Jr. excuses, raising what do you call that? Public distress, let's put it that way, right? Trying to put people in distress, saying that your children were put on the dark web, but you're just LARPing, so what? You can get some fucking clicks and views on your stupid show, or are you contracted? Here, one more time back just a little bit.
Fulfilling Turtle Boy. Not me.
She seems to be upset. So I was tell, and
well,
you already
because
knew
she's
that.
a chick, and Aaron's probably gaslit her in a jealous way, like he tried to do with me versus Sugar Shine. Like Aaron tried to make me feel like, oh, first of all, he called me and told me to come back over, watch this, watch that. He brought me over here. You know what I'm saying? And then when I got over here, it was, oh, Sugar Shine hates you and she's jealous because, you know, she thinks we like each other. And that's when he played the recording of her, where he recorded her in his own home and she was like fighting with him. And I was
yeah, you spaz out on me in my own home and try to keep me from doing what I do, and you get in my way, and it seems purposeful. After I figure out it seems purposeful, and it's my right to, by the way, to do that. Once things kind of, start unfolding 10 times now.
I saw what he was doing, and so he's probably doing that same thing to Shay. Like, she wants to be, in her fantasy, she's the one being hunted and stalked by all the demons and everybody, but in the
it does seem like that after what I've witnessed and her taking a stance against nasty Hollywood. Yeah, you get sent a lot of shit. You got to know how to combat it and protect yourself. Just saying. That's what I was trying to do for her. She don't give a shit about that. Everything that I told her, and trying to be supportive and give her my personal stories on, it's like I told you a minute ago. Okay, I was led to look into human trafficking through the medical industry in Phoenix, and all of a sudden a tax assessor gets arrested for human trafficking, where he was actually, because he had access to the healthcare system, computer system, it was sick. Okay, I've done videos. I've been wanting to re-upload that. I'll re-upload that in the next few days. I can't even remember his name, but the Maricopa County tax assessor, basically what he was doing is bringing women over, because he was Mormon, and he went on his mission over to the Marshall Islands when he was younger. He comes back, he becomes a lawyer. Later on in life, he's the tax assessor, and what he started doing is working his contacts from the Marshall Islands and bringing over pregnant women from the Marshall Islands, stacking them 10, 12 deep in a 2-3 bedroom apartment. And I don't know how much he was paying them, but after they gave birth, well, before they would give birth, when they get here, he'd sign them up on the Medicare, Medicaid. So then they're giving the babies for free, and then he'd pay them, send them back, and then sell the baby anywhere from 15 to 40 grand. He gets busted. But I'm not saying this because I started looking into him. And that was God's plan to have that guy arrested, I believe. And I got to witness again some front row seats before it happened. No, the train's going to derail. Here it comes. First responders are there. Everybody's set in place. There's going to be people hurt that are on the train. They can do nothing about a locomotive jumping off the train or having a heart attack dying. And it out of control coming around this corner and ready to derail. Okay. That's just, the way I put it. Anyways, yeah, and then when you do that, just like I've said or written about, okay, you say you're a cop watcher, they'll call you a cop or a snitch. You say that you're going to become a pred catcher, all of a sudden you're the P word. Right? So it's very, for me, this is all very spiritually charged because she's pissed, but she's not taking care of her own neighborhood or house on the entities that are holding these two pieces of crap back. Okay, these two pieces of larva. It's got to worry about what I'm doing on reverse project, and I'm the one that called her. I'm the one that's actively stalking them when she's the one taking notes in her trapper keeper yesterday about me. I was just asleep, and all of a sudden I heard me be talk about and wake up.
Real world, she's doing that to other people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to I'm not playing with crazy people, and my mom taught me better than to pick on retarded people. So if she's not an actress and she's really just crazy, I'm not fucking with that bitch. But anyway, when I brought up Workyverse, I was joking because of the Ruski crossover and like all the mergers that were happening. And I was just basically saying, like, there's real like Sharky type trolls out there. Like, I'm just here as a viewer and just like cutting up and interacting or whatever. I don't know shit about shit. That was the whole joke about my channel being named Andrea Knows.
So then why are you so concerned about all of a sudden coming out of the middle of nowhere on me saying, you work with Shizzo? But you sitting there keeping notes in the Trapper Keeper because why? I'm not a counselor, but I'm going to call you out. You even admitted it yourself, and I'm so sick and tired of these women that got such bad ADHD. They have to admit it to you in the beginning because that's their out. Oh, I told you I got really bad ADHD. Oh, so you just said that so you can be a bee about it? Oh, okay. You really do have it really bad. I'm too busy for your bullshit and sitting here listening to you accuse me that I'm working with that person and part of the machine and you need to do it this way as the Viewers Coalition, okay? Don't be pissed when the videographer or the mechanic or the producer swings back at your bullshit ADHD. Okay, write that down in your Trapper Keeper.
It was like an inversion. Like, I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Right. Bullshit.
Yeah, well, I like I said, I only heard, I think, Matt.
It was definitely a good Clovis, like, trying to deflect away.
One say it to you,
Yeah, but like think about this girl being up at night, like paying for a domain name to like put my skin on and like discredit me. But she's on national TV calling everybody else demonically possessed gang stalkers. Like,
Yeah, I do agree with that. How about Mark Connors on TV calling out Antifa with Antifa? I wonder which more, or he's calling out Antifa that he's gonna be. They probably are both Antifa, but right? No, it is. It's the same fucking program. Seriously, he's on TV calling out Antifa, saying he'll meet violence with guns. Guns with guns, violence with guns, violence with violence against Antifa for the biker rally for Trump right after he got elected the first time. How about him, Mark Connors, that worked with your buddy Scotty there, that's been on TV multiple times? A little more important, I would say, since you're fighting Hollywood, which is connected to Nashville country music, and they're all fucking trafficking and infiltrating big movements, like the mother of all rallies that's got like, what, 400,000 solid? Infiltrating that with his fake ass dumbed down Mr. Connors country music album and his tour bus. I think that guy might be a little more important. Just saying, because I mean, you're right there, right? That's where the sickos get platformed, is right here. We're looking at on the screen. Predward put on there to attack myself, right? Platformed. Predward platformed here. Now this one platformed to come up and attack me. Huckle Stank had, I think I knew who that is. I think I played some of the audio yesterday, maybe. No, maybe not. But anyways, yeah, Hunkle Steak is going to have her little background, little Shilliot like Clovis come out of the woodwork. All connected. Just saying.
who's possessed? I think Aaron and Shay are possessed, if you ask me. So I'm not.
Do you know how many people that have actually told that to me after they got a little spanking of trying to control me? Seriously, when they figure out they can't control me in the person, in the flesh, and I bark back at them a little bit saying, give me some fucking room or get out of my way, all of a sudden I'm the evil one. And you know what? That's actually a compliment to me, because it means we're effective. When evil thinks evil is coming after it, but it's not evil, I'm trying to slap back at it with love. So when they portray love as evil, okay, just saying, I try to keep it above the belt the best that I can, but I will still call some things out. Okay, I might go below the belt with some comedy to help soothe over the real gnarly truth of things going on. I've said that many times. Sorry.
I'm fucking with those two crazy boons. Just not doing it. But I would like for them to like they're getting off on it. This is like their way of doing like.
No, actually right now, okay, I wanted to address this yesterday. Didn't have time. Today, don't really have time to be doing this. Shay doesn't have time to be here swiping back at it. Her and I play some tennis back up on you. No, we're too busy in our lives. You're the one that's keeping track of people's lives and your damn trapper keeper with your ADHD bullshit, like Sugar Shine.
Radar love, like etherical foreplay. Like, go get fucked, you dusty, crusty bitches. Like, this girl followed a fucking psychic named Dennis Pierce. Have you looked this guy up and looked at his videos online?
I think I watched your video highlighting.
Just real quick, that's who Shay and I were talking about earlier. Don't work with the guy, okay? But you can go troll him if you want. I would suggest not to bring up Shay, right? Do your own LARP if you want to go troll him. Just like with the RSO rodent in Fort Collins. If you want to go troll him, go troll him. Okay? But don't bring my name into it. Okay? Because he wants that. He wants that oxygen. They all want their cocks and their Shay clout. I'm not even shitting you. Okay? To try to tie us in even with the Muffin Man when Andrew is the one that reached out to the Muffin Man. Just saying.
No, go on YouTube and search Dennis Pierce. He had a YouTube channel, and
No. Okay, I saw like enough to know that.
Keep in mind, I
like
would
a
not
talented-
even know who she was if not for Aaron. Like, Aaron's the one talking about, look into it. She's heavily bothered and she's, you know, a targeted person. And then he tells me that she's a targeted person, but I see her actively targeting people.
After being targeted for so long, okay. It's like yesterday, I was just kind of living my life, but being accused of being the gang stalker in real time by the gang stalkers in a 24/7 stream. Just saying.
One from her mother down to, you know, the people that were delivering the newspapers that morning. Like, I think she's gaslit and mentally ill, and maybe
I think she's over the target on a few things, and sometimes a hunch might not work out to be a hunch. Just try to be cool about it. And I think she was kind of cool to those drug dealers that were delivering, you know, the rolled up tight newspapers in the middle of the night, putting them in your freaking mailbox or next to your door in the middle of the night. It does seem like those guys could be dealing drugs, especially when you hear fighting going on all of a sudden and they're part of it. And yeah, dude, it's some serious shit.
Aaron is mentally ill too. Maybe it's two mentally ill people gaslighting each other.
Yeah,
But
it could be
she's
some sort
devoting
of, like,
time to it.
codependent thing where
I would just think that if it was so much mental illness, right, that there wouldn't be any fruit or results. Okay, it seems as though the shows on the 24/7 stream have no fruit and have no results. Just saying, I've had plenty of successes that I can go down the list on. Especially with that Trump video yesterday. I hope you guys watched it. Maybe I'll play it. Finding pattern and correlation like that is so important. A supposed event that happened yesterday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon gets written about the day before and people are scratching their head. Why is there an article that came out the day before? Well, I looked at that in 2016. I already talked about it plenty, but hey, you know, that's all right. Nobody watches my stuff for a reason, because they much rather listen to SHilliots, you know, talk shit about me, and then I'm not trying to get people to believe my story or have to go buy what I'm talking about or think that, you know, I'm trying to be some type of cult leader or something like that. No, I do the social media drama news, and what other people say, I like giving my rebuttal to. Been a rebuttal channel from day one. Okay, don't really like to pick fights with people, and if I do slap you around a little bit, maybe because you went after a woman or a single mom and fucked with her, and I gave you a little bit of slap, backhanded little limp wrist slap. Okay, then all of a sudden, I'm the one that's getting my deceased parents made accounts on and used as channel avatars and shit like that. But you know, oh, they wanted to play. Oh, you wanted to play. Now, all of a sudden, there's victims on this side, on that side. Not my side. Not a victim. That's why I did a writ of mandamus on these assholes a long time ago, trying to get me swatted.
Who's paying for the domain? She'll say that it's not her.
And then she's like the
yeah. So she's got a Venmo. Aaron acts like because he doesn't have a PayPal posted that he's like Jesus, YouTube Christ. Like, oh, look at me, I'm credentialed, I have all these awards, I'm so, trust me.
I haven't ever been like that. Trust me. No, I put out what other people say, and then I give my opinion with fact and comedy back to them. I have been a proponent for people getting donations and asking for donations, because that's what they're trying to shut down, is people trusting each other to give each other donations. Now, if you find out somebody's a scammer after you've donated to them, well, just try not to donate a bunch of money to somebody. Make a project out of it. You're trying to project that I lie that I gave Shay $3,000. I can't afford that shit. If I could, there'd be a lot of people that I would help put into homes or a car. Or already have, like, help people out with a car that don't have one, a bike when they need one, clothes, food. That's not like running a commune. I run more like a Club Med. Because all of a sudden, somebody's supposed to be a good roommate or something and have my back, and all of a sudden, oh, they need to go through 6 freaking surgeries, and I get to play personal nurse and cook and garbage man and housekeeping all of a sudden. Right, for Club fucking Med. All right. That sounds great, huh? Oh, it would have been nice to have a heads up that you were planning all of those surgeries. Right. Oh, wow.
Talk how I want you to talk. Like, some of us are still trying to break our programming, Aaron.
I just all I ask for, and this is the way I weed them out, is if you talk to me one-on-one or you want to come on panel, don't try to put me into a contract through your understanding. Try to get people to go to comprehension, and that you at least agree with a theory or disagree. Not move the goalposts and make it about you and then say that I'm the one victimizing you after you've, oh, they're so after me, Cox, please help. What is it? Right? And I got solutions. So you give me your phone number, I call, and then all of a sudden you say, I'm part of the machine, or you say that I'm working with all accusations, and I hang up and block you. Then something else happens, and I'm worried, oh my gosh, right? Call you from another number, of course. Right? But it looks like a setup after setup, red flag after red flag, especially with this bullshit.
I don't need you telling me what fucking words to use, whether I say understand or comprehend.
Exactly. So then if you want to talk the slave language, leave me the fuck alone.
At the end of the day, 10-4. Yeah, he wants to argue semantics as a distraction and all that shit. Fuck you.
No, I tried to say, if you want to speak the slave language of understanding, and I explain it to you real quick, and you even correct yourself, okay, I'll go along with it, right? I've had that happen too. And all of a sudden they're bitching just like this. I don't care. Talk this language of slave. Be a slave in their understanding, in their language. I don't give a shit. I mean, I do. That's why I'll give you a little bit of my time to try to say, okay, if you need to talk like that, I got other things to do. It's obvious that you're not comprehending the bigger picture going on here.
You're both crazy, and you both need 5150s, especially if you're paying for websites.
Isn't that sound like a state actor shit?
At the end of the day, 10-4. Yeah, he wants to argue semantics as a distraction and all that shit. Fuck you. You're both crazy, and you both need 5150s, especially if you're paying for websites and uploading stuff just targeting me. At the end of the day, guess what? I'm still sitting here giving 0 fucks. It's the internet.
Well, I
think that's some pretty double reverse shit going on right there. You're the one at the Trapper Keeper and the ADHD lady.
I'll let you know that your troll was effective because she called in. Like,
see, and they've coordinated right there. Your troll was effective because you got her to call in. No, try to get some dirty cops and judges fired. DOJ's being reworked right now. Dirty FBI is gonna get turned on its freaking head. Okay, since you say you got all these skills, but you don't. You're worried about a drama LARP show, and then cry, victim. When you want to swing, and you get swung back on, and now we've got freaking RICO charges coming our way, I guess.
At the end of the day, guess what? I'm still sitting here giving 0 fucks. It's the internet.
Well, I just want to let you know that your troll was effective because she called in. Like, explain this, Mr. Scotty Karate MMA. How come Andrea made a video about you?
Because Aaron's been giving her downloads. Aaron knows everything.
Actually, I don't have time. Shay's smart enough to put it together herself. She just needed to be pushed in the, not pushed, but just kind of told what direction to go in because of the Turtle Boy connection, the Predward connection, and a lot of other connections with Scummerin and shit like that on the running slander campaigns on you. With Turtle Boy type shit. And not announcing that the charges were cleared up. They're just going, oh my God, the charges on this one. Holy shit, right? Oh my God, we're supposed to drag this person today. There it is. Right? Oh, what a horrible person. We don't put in the charges were cleared up. They were dropped. And that's what we're up against. To what? For programming the algorithms and the AI to affect your social credit score for when that comes up? Or is it being sold to the Fusion Center? I don't know. I don't really give a shit. Just keep your understanding on that side of the fence.
Everything about weaponizing sickos, because that's what he does. He finds people that he views as, because Aaron's already crazy. Like, I believe now, after seeing what he tried pulling with me backstage, that he's probably certifiable. Honestly, like, if he's getting 100% disability, he should probably be getting 150 plus some food stamps, because the motherfucker is weak as fuck.
Wow, weak as fuck. I'm the one that survived a tragic parachuting accident, some other things. Right? Certifiably insane. Then why is my percentage based upon physical things? Huh? Physical things. They're lady. I mean, of course, the VA wants to paint you with some other things. That way they can try to affect your gun rights later. But there's ways to fight that. Just saying.
Yeah, he's...
And if I was a real fucking nefarious troll, technically I have it stated him inviting me there and trying to coach me through purchasing an airline ticket. So
wow. Yeah, after she portrays, oh my God, they're after me and I don't feel safe and like Clovis, oh, they put my kids on the dark web. No, they didn't. So yeah, get out of there. I got a place you can come hang out. My thing was, yeah, I'm too tired, too old, starting to make mistakes to where I'm retired. I want to watch them cannibalize themselves now. She goes, oh, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, you can come hang out with me and we'll watch that go down. Document as much as I can. Right? She goes, well, what if I want to go in every once in a while? I'm like, I'm not trying to control anybody. You want to go in on them, I'll try to record it. No, she was already in.
if he was already planning this big gang stalk Andrea using Shay, he was really...
So is she actually admitting that she was with Scammerin then? Scummerin right there? Is she admitting she was already with Scummerin and this is the repercussions because you're telling on yourself, lady? Oh my God.
Trying to coach me through purchasing an airline ticket. So if he was already planning this big gang stalk Andrea using Shay, he was really going in. And he's the one that's a fucking problem. He's not a detective. They themselves are the infiltrators. They're going around, you know.
You guys definitely don't have the training to be a detective or what you're doing. Okay. I actually do. Even though I might not have the credentials that I worked as a detective, I went to school for some serious shit. Okay. Learned some serious shit in the military training. Okay. What I wanted to be was once again, fish and game law enforcement officer or agent to be able to take down hardcore fucking poachers. But didn't end up doing that stuff. So who's a little more accredited? Now, as far as the detective, come on, you guys. I've tried to say this many times, and that's how I weed more people out, okay? When you say you've been a fan for years and you've been watching, but you miss a lot of the important parts, like, and don't want to even ask while you're on the phone, what's up with this Detective Gomez thing you're doing there, Cox? Right? What's up with that? And I explain it, well, it's based upon the daytime television show Cheaters, where Detective Gomez was the one that would help in the LARP arrange the venue for the confrontation, so the cheater can go. The cheater can be confronted by the victim with the camera crew, and then Jerry Springer ensues. Okay, yeah, Detective Gomez actually, the way that I based my character off of was the guy that helps arrange the venue for the confrontation, a character. But he's not a real detective. No shit, I'm not a real detective. Now, or else I'd have to identify, name and badge number, right? My LARP number is badge number 4200420. So, I mean, that's my LARP character on the internet to smoke out shitbags like this that want to spend their Sunday afternoon trolling a believer in Christ, in Jesus, and calling me the one that's evil. See, it's the way it's supposed to work, actually.
Already planning this big gang stalk Andrea using Shay. He was really...
I was really just like fellow Mon crying the other night. I really did think at first he was having a heart attack. Okay. When somebody portrays that they're in trouble and they've been getting worked over, it does concern me and I will reach out sometimes. But when come to find out, it was just one big workyverse LARP to suck some people in that are targets, right? Because I'll always be a target because I will reach out. Right?
Going in. And he's the one that's a fucking problem. He's not a detective. They themselves are the infiltrators. They're going around, acting like they're the good people and everyone else is the bad people, and they're infiltrating like as we speak. So,
well, I would love for you to drop the DMs. I want to know all these things. Just kidding. You don't have to.
Yeah, I really don't prefer dropping personal messages. I mean, if I had to, I would. The fact
which might mean she already did.
Was already blocked by me twice. So the fact that he was already blocked by me twice, and then he reached out to me after.
No, actually, when you wanted to accuse me of working with Shizzle, I hung up. Okay, the way you came at me sideways and stupid, all of a sudden, right? I hung up and blocked. Like the first time, she all of a sudden she thought she got enough information. And then picked the fight and says, I'm part of the machine. I go, really? You really think that? Okay, fuck you. Done. Block on that number.
For the ghost thing, when that guy Ghost asked me on his panel, it all seemed like it was in a row. Like,
what were you doing there to go on the panel in the first place? I've always been suspect of Ghost being kind of a Clovis show, like Telly, and secretly in the background. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that's what it looks like. Sorry.
Let Ghost attack her. And then Aaron's there to cushion my fall and be like the white knight, like reaching out to me through the phone, through another phone number that wasn't blocked to say, is everything okay? And then give me his download, draw.
No, she was actually the one. Oh my God, yeah, they're trying to work me and they're coming up and that's why I'm going on panels and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, Rooski, right? All scared. Now it's, oh man, I was just playing around with him a little bit. I'm like, oh man, sounds like you got some serious shit going. You need to get out of there or what? Huh? You need some personal security? You got people trying to fuck with you in the middle of the night? What's going on? Done that for many people, and all of a sudden they freak out. He's working with them. No, it seems like you're just fucking catfish there to try to suck people in.
Me back. I was off doing my own thing. You sons of bitches sought me out.
No, that's bullshit. She would go on to Becky's panel and Clovis's panel and say, oh, you guys, this is like my home base. I watch you guys the most. I always come back here. One more time on that.
Wasn't blocked to say, is everything okay? And then give me his download, draw me back. I was off doing my own thing. You sons of bitches sought me out in my comments on the back streets. You didn't get the reaction you wanted. So now weaponize the fucking crazy Dr. Phil sicko. And like she's protected. Why? Because she's some big time decoy in the pred.
Who actually gave this woman sorry to say it like that. Don't think I'm trying to be sexist there, but just this woman. Okay, I don't want to call her a female because I'd be calling her basically a bitch too. But anyways, this woman who filled her head with these ideas that she's gonna become someone, who dangled the carrot for her to say, I'm gonna become a best comedian out there from this, using you guys like Terry Joyce would. Seriously, who dangled the carrot to tell her that she was going to become someone from this? One more time.
On the back street. You didn't get the reaction you wanted, so now weaponize the fucking crazy Dr. Phil sicko. And like she's protected. Why? Because she's some big time decoy in the pred catching community. All she did was go hook up with some pred catcher, wait until way later to say, he raped me. After the fact.
She said he can't get it up and raped her with her.
Right. So she's the infiltrator. I mean, she's no different than Vic fucking Cook, if you ask me. She's a
Wow. Actually, no, because Vic's a map, okay, that infiltrated the pred catchers, and he got caught. Suicide LARPing gave him up too. Being thirsty over a young waitress in my hometown restaurant, gave it up. And then doing it at a different restaurant with my neighbor, getting all thirsty over a waitress that was a minor. And saying, just having Tourette's about it out loud pisses me off the worst. But no one's working with Vic. He's the one that said he had to lay down his sword, walk away, and then said he's going to commit suicide, and then panel up at Predwork right away. Oh my God. If you can't see that type of correlation, you're dumber than I thought.
to say, he raped me. After that.
I'm going to just say real quick, Scumrin, you little piece of shit. We know what you did. Okay, I believe Shay. Her story is more convincing than yours and Predward's. The way you had to drag her with Turtle Boy and Predward and use those pieces of shit. You're part of a bigger network, and we're just going to troll the shit out of you till you go away, and decree and declare until you go away, like Susan Wojcicki, head witch Wojcicki of the YT platform, that's gone. Rapid CV19 or it's cancer or something, gone. I didn't have to do anything to her in the physical. I just decreed and declared to her, going, you're going to get tore up.
He can't get it up and rape her with her.
Right. So she's the infiltrator. I mean, she's no different than Vic fucking Cook, if you ask me. She's a like E-level actress. Okay. Like,
what corner of Kensington Street did they find you on and dangle the carrot, say you want to become a famous comedian? I know I'm plagiarizing the Kensington thing, but that's really the way it does seem like it now. Okay, just saying.
she went on there and she really thought that she could manipulate the nation and Dr. Phil. I mean, he might not be a doctor, but it doesn't take a doctor to figure out that bitch is full of shit.
Okay, here's the thing, is that she wanted to play like she didn't see the episode while we were talking this last time, before she apparently blocked me. Actually, I guarantee I got to it first. But the thing is here, I want to just go back real quick.
But she really thought that she could manipulate the nation and Dr. Phil. I mean, he might not be a doctor, but it doesn't take a doctor to figure out that bitch is full of shit.
Okay, here's the thing. Is that episode in full, going away, I think is one of the most important Dr. Phil episodes to see in full, to decode as a believer of something more. Okay, either Christ, God, Abba, whatever you believe in is in a higher creator, as long as it's not Lucifer and yeah. But anyways, seriously here, okay? That episode is one of the most important episodes in the history of Dr. Phil to decode as a believer, because now all you get is the clips. that doesn't have the full context, where they won't even say God or Jesus on that episode, but they're trying to weaponize scripture, and that's all gone now. So dumbasses like Madria and Scotty don't see through the coding. They wouldn't be able to do the coding anyway. They're just going to go along with the mainstream narrative shill bullshit and then go side with Dr. Phil, try to contact him or say they're going to contact him after they say that I work for him or Shay works for him. See how this is working out?
So if Aaron's going along with it, either he's part of the Dennis Pierce cult, the Spirit Warriors, you guys are fucking doing dark energy work. You're no.
So actually, Dennis is the one, and Shaven came and talked about it a little bit. He's the one that's doing thinking, taking the power upon himself, thinking that he is some messenger for God. Okay? Spirit warring isn't slapping each other around in the physical through text message or messenger and Facebook, Farcebook. That's not the way spirit warring works. But he's there to help ruin it and make it look like that with Madrius around him. They're the ones that are making it look like shit on purpose. Shay's intent was true when she went on that show. She just didn't know she was going to get fucked over for having some true intent to want to spirit war. She found a fraud that said he was real. So what? Hold it against people for accidentally aligning with frauds that are out there to defraud people? Damn, dude. I wonder how many frauds this trapper keeper dork geek Madria has been caught up in for her to project out. Oh, she got rolled by Ruski, I guess, right? Oh, poor big bad Ruski.
Spirit Warriors. You're doing the work of you know who. But I want to know who's paying. Whatever. She's so fucking starving, and Aaron's so fucking starving, and she has her Venmo posted. Who's paying for the domain? Because that's all new material, bitch. That's not from anybody else. That's from your camp. It's already been.
I don't know who put the domains together. I don't know who's doing it. It's none of my business, and it's definitely the funding isn't coming from me. Let's put it that way. I don't know, because I'm not the one making websites or telling anyone to. But seems like it needs to be done, and somebody's doing it.
Based.
Apparently, she has a history of doing this, just so you know, in the pred catching community.
Do you not like predwardstairs.com? Edward L. Stairs or something like that .com being made, and Scumrin being made, and now Andrea, many others out there got websites made on them because you want to try to control the narrative on your stupid YT platform. It's, easy to see through. Let's put
and
it
I
that
think
we're
we can definitely open this line of questioning later. However, I got to get to my painting for my girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm going to let you go. I just wanted to get that out, and I figured I could use your venue, so thank you, Scott.
No, for sure. No, but come back later when I'm done my
use the venue hanging out with, well, I still think they're covering for Mark Connors. I don't believe their story. You're a major Hollywood player there.
painting, and we can talk right about this more for sure.
Okie dokie, Smoky Toodles. Bye, everyone.
Love you.
After all the shit I told her we have on that prick. Clovis Jr., everybody. Clovis Jr. So it just seems like it's just a bunch of data mining. It's a bunch of data mining going on. And I don't have time for it. How long have we been going? I've already been doing this too long. Almost 2 hours. Going through the chat real quick. Loop. Yep. I don't know what that means. I guess so. Well, what Madria tries to point out is that that she's a sicko by wanting to decoy. Okay, and I get a little bit of that logic, just not on Shay. Some of those weirdos, like Predward, would probably want to be a decoy, or Scumrin would want to be a decoy because they're fucking twisted and weird. Okay, Shay just saw a problem. She wanted to jump in, especially after what happened with her in Hollywood. Yeah, who is they? Let's see. I don't know if the real Gomez on the show Cheaters got stabbed. I just didn't follow it that much. I thought it'd just be a good character. And all of a sudden, Vic's trying to portray it a different way. Yeah. Definitely some of the work that I've done myself and Shay's done herself. And it's coming out. It'll come out. That's why I got her back. She's done some pretty important shit that points out bigger picture problems. Let's put it that way. And when it comes out, I'm going to help her get it out. I'm going to help her build it and get it out, produce and get it out. Oh my God, that's what I do. Yeah, talk about victim shaming. Shizzle and I, okay, I'll be straight up. I don't know how we got each other's email, but it was important. And I sent him a clip of someone trying to dox his family. What I thought was his family, and I thought that he should have been aware that was it. More recent, it was just to say, what's up, really? Hasn't been, hey, I'm going live today. Are you going live? Should we go live? What should we talk about? What should we do? Should we bring up Felomon or not? Should we do... No, none of that. When artists are on the same platitude, in a sense, you're gonna fire as part of the engine, just a different cylinder. Just saying, you're gonna get tapped in a little bit and make it. It's gonna look like you're working together when you show up in the same place. I've said that a few times, just because you're on kind of working on the same wavelength. When you're an artist or anyways. Yeah. Loop. I mean, there's plenty more that I could go through. I just don't have the time. They think I'm having the time and doing this in real time when they're the ones on the 24/7 stream doing this shit in real time. Yeah, that was stupid. But I think still more than anything, it's the Muffin Man just trying to keep certain people like sucked in so they can keep their big LARP game going. Oh shit. Watch out. Oh yeah. They're gonna be, well, it's a roll call loop that that the Tooth Fairy, Denise Mad Cow, that they're taking over since she had to go to Rumble. They're taking over for Denise and Clovis, so Clovis can look like she's not doing so much in the background. When she said she was gonna get Edward Stairs arrested a few times. But instead, probably still backing them on cases to sue people. That's what she said. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm hoping that Felomon is okay. We don't want him to go anywhere. I don't want Madria to shut down channels and go everywhere. Just know when you get out trolled and try to correct yourself. Because I can totally correct myself on things, right? Oh, you thought this is a premiere? Holy shit. What was Andrea saying? Decoy? Decoy for what? Decoy for, yeah. Catchers. No logic. Well, the thing is, yeah, Shay was a good decoy. Still is. It's something that I couldn't do. It's just too much for me, man. All I want to do is help argue. the points. You understand? Help argue the points of, let's say, our semi-unlimited capacity as civilians to do the catch and then do the cop watch and hold the system accountable, try to, without them creating Brady violations on the other side and suppressing evidence to get these sickos off. Okay? That's the challenge. Their side, the law enforcement side, has limited capacity where we still need to be the oversight on, because they shouldn't be using their limited capacity as an excuse to help protect sickos or not go after sickos or prosecute sickos. So our capacity outweighs there. They just supposedly have more gunpowder. Anyways, I think I've got enough out. Let me check. I had bullet points for this one. Yeah, with Scotty have to go over after coming on my panel with Shay and go over to his panel and go, oh man, we got to mess with Cox this morning. That's the stupidest shit. That's the stupid shit. That I don't need to go mess with people unless they're an RSO. Why not go mess with the RSOs that you're weaponizing? Saying that I weaponize sickos. No, you guys are the ones weaponizing sickos. Okay? Not even going after Mark Connors. And we're still going after Connors. I was just on Harry Brogan's stream just the other day, yesterday, going after one of his main little mouthpieces. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not here, Madria. I'm not here to become the next comedian of the year. Okay, because I don't need to use the F word every third word like Telly, like you used to. It's funny how when I point it out, all of a sudden their attitude changes. Yeah, this viewer coalition, actually, that Madria, I guess, is putting together, okay, interestingly enough, that you can throw rotten fruit if you want and lie, but when you tried to correct you on some few things, right? Like right before I hung up on you and blocked you, you're going, you work with Shizzle, you're with the whole network, right? All of a sudden, I'm in the middle of nowhere, I'm like, I don't have time and energy for this shit, right? I go, no, I don't, no, you got it wrong there. What are you doing? Really, that's what I did. What are you doing? You work with him. Oh, God, no time. Click, block. Okay, so just don't be pissed when the producers or the directors that you're trying to fuck with because you don't like the show and the way it's turning out in your favor, and you don't like the plot twist and turn that you thought you had figured out, don't be pissed when the directors try to troll you back. It's like I tried to troll Oliver Stone, a major producer in freaking Hollywood. Try that. Try that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's something to go over there, Madria. You know, she knows who PDF is and who Authority Check is. Interesting enough, Authority Check admitted that he was having the Workyverse help him dock somebody. Oh, that's where Andrea is kind of coming from, saying she's playing around with them. But, oh, they're scaring me. Oh, they scare me. You get out of there. They're coming to my house and sending people to my house, right? Okay. Yeah, just don't be pissed off when the directors or the producers or the mechanics troll you back after you want to be stupid and from the crowd, I guess. Just don't be pissed about it. Not trying to get anybody targeted. You targeted yourself by wanting to go with people that have already targeted and doxed me in fucked up ways. try to point it out to you. There you are, right with them. That's evident right there. So anyways, all right, everybody, thanks for joining in. I'm going to play a couple of things before I get out of here. And thanks for joining in. Oh, my gosh. Such craziness. Don't return to sender on the MoonDay, too. Return to sender, okay? All the bullshit that's being cast at you, they're doing that because they're pissed for getting busted out on their shit. It's no BS. They're really getting, like, just hammered on that other side. Here, let's listen to the rest of Justice.
You know what I'm saying? Customer service is what it is. Like, people are already like,
he said something.
Give respect to get respect, right?
His food was messed with.
But see, you carry yourself a certain way, and people are intimidated because they want you to deal with their toxicity. A lot of people are just looking for you to condone their toxicity. When you let them know that you ain't condoning their bullshit, when you're not there to play pity patty, let's be little kids. Let's be 2-year-olds and talk about it. Like, come on, bro. We're grown-ass adults in here. I'm just trying to get some food. I'm just trying to get a bite to eat. You feel me? Like, come on, bro. Grow up a little bit. And like I said, I would rather you talk shit directly to me and we could crack jokes on each other. And I'll laugh it out with you. But instead, you want to go behind scenes and mess with someone's food, or you want to sit there and chit-chat and act like somebody's not peeping game because I have spiritual gifts and I know what y'all are on. That's why they don't like it, because they can't hide. They can't wear a mask around you. When you walk in, they already know, oh, shit, we got a real one. Oh, shit, real one's in the building. Shit, we can't. You feel me? And then they feel a certain type of way because God's eyes are on them. God's eyes are on them. Witness in the dark.
Okay, after this, what I'm going to do is, oh, crap, I can't believe I did that. After this, what I'm going to do is actually, I want to play that clip in full because I broke it up so much. And that's not me gang stalking anybody. That's just playing the evidence, since you guys want to have a detective show like you're such great investigators, right? Just I like putting out the evidence and making documentaries, right? And presenting it in different ways, right? I can present evidence in just so many different ways, you guys. I don't know if you realize how good I am at doing that. I mean, you may have realized, right? You may have realized. But anyways, all right. Thanks for joining in. I got to take a nice long break here before I end out. But we're going to be here for a little while. That's only a 12-minute video. I made it last like almost 2 hours just because it was just so juicy, right? The desperation of trying to shut down Mr. Cox again with bullshit. It's desperate. Shut up. Go touch grass. Go on a date like you said you were. Don't LARP. Don't LARP that you already bought a plane ticket when I know you didn't. Okay? Shut up about that crap. See what I'm saying? I've done that. Yeah, you know what, dude? She totally another APM. That's what I see. That's some crazy shit. All right, you know what? And before I take off, like I said, I'll play that clip again in full after we hear what Justice got to say for another, let's see here. And you think like about 15 minutes or so, another 15 minutes. He really gets in some good stuff towards the end here. And then we'll all have it autoplay into the clip we just went through. But it'll be in full without me giving my 2 cents and interrupted, so you can get more context. What was really going on there? Because to me, you say that I'm evil, and I've seen that before, where people that just, you get called out on your shit. Okay? Stay the fuck out of my way. I've got as much as I can on my plate to take care of, not yours too. Even though I might volunteer some of my, space or headspace or solutions, right? Because I perceive, again, a single mom that's being messed with. There's a lot out there trying to meat shield their kids. That's for shit sure. And that's what we're finding. I guess just so, if you mess with them back, that would just be stiffer penalties, right? Because they're the ones that have to lay down the law like they're the fucking state. Fuck off. Fuck off with that. Anyways.
that they got within them, witnessing everything that they are harnessing within them, and they don't like that. Why? Because darkness likes to hide. You can't hide around the chosen one. We're gonna see everything. We're gonna smell you from a mile away, bro. You cannot wear a mask around us. That's why they get mad. They're like, oh, we can't abuse him. Oh, this is one we can't get over on. This is one we can't. He's gonna know what we're doing. It's so annoying. He knows that we're trying to hurt him. It's so annoying that he knows that we're trying to do this to his food. It's so annoying that we know that he knows these things. That's how evil and corrupt they are. They want to do.
Real quick too, you know the APM thing where Andrea almost looks like the APM thing, and now even and unfortunately it looks like Miss A-Jot. Something going down possibly with AC, and also A-Jot being with Angela G and teaming up through the cop watchers. And it's so interesting, they end up, the Spamzilla G crew ends up where I end up. Either they were there before looking at it as a grift and all of a sudden I show up, or maybe I'll pop up and then they have to go in for damage control because they don't want me to get any support on busting their shit out. Huh, A-Jot. Trying to have to watch me for what? Why were you watching me and all of a sudden to turn? I mean, I don't care if people turn or like Hebrew Hammer, he, unwrenched me, right? Just don't be a bitch about it, Hebrew Hammer. I had your back. Just like I had Andrea's back, APM's back, because I thought they were legit to begin with. Now it looks like you guys are definitely siding with the loser variants. Stupid. Anyways.
Evil so bad towards you, but you have spiritual. It's so annoying that we know that he knows these things. That's how evil and corrupt they are. They want to do evil so bad towards you, but you have spiritual gifts and God ministers to you to protect you as his child, but they're upset at the fact that God does that for you. Upset at what? Your favor. Upset at what? Your anointing. Upset at what? Your spiritual gifts. How the fuck? You're mad because you can't be evil? You could be evil elsewhere, but you can't be evil towards his son or his daughter? His son and his daughter are going to know every single time what you're on, because that is what our amazing Lord and Savior does for us. He protects his children. He loves his children. He guards us. He guides us. He leads us. And you're mad that he does that because you want to do evil things? Because you want to hurt somebody? Because you want to do filthy, vile acts to them behind scenes? You're mad that we smell that? That we can see that? That we peep game? You're mad? You're weird. You're a weirdo. You're a weirdo. Like I said, these people are just evil just to be evil. Like a lot of these people don't even, bruh, you're not even being evil for any kind of like benefits. You're just being evil just to be evil. Narcissistic people trying to hurt you. Yeah, Holly, same here. 24 hours a day in society. Constantly. Just a little, however they can just mess your mood up. Mess your energy up, man. Plant a bad seed in you. Make you feel a certain type of way. For no apparent reason. Like I said, it's deeper than obviously the surface. It's spiritual. It's just annoying because we are in flesh. It's very annoying. Like, mad at me because I'm not finna let you, like, you're not gonna get away with your evil act. How are you mad at me because you're not gonna get away with doing evil towards me? You're mad at me because you're not gonna get away with doing evil things towards me. What the? How corrupt are you? What is wrong with you? Oh, I forgot, you lost your morals and you don't have nothing left in your vessel. You're just an empty, soulless being. You don't have a soul no more. It's gone. I forgot. Let me remind myself. Shout out everybody in the chat, man. Please don't always do the victim thing. I ain't no victim, bro. I'm just venting. This is my platform. You feel me? I can vent on. This is what I could talk about whatever I want, and I choose to talk about Jesus. I choose to talk about whatever I want to talk about for today. Today, it's about being upset that they messed with my food. I paid my money. I got treated like crap. And I'm sick and tired of this world thinking that it's okay to treat certain people certain ways just based on however they feel or whatever they're going through. Like, bro, like, I'm not even asking for great service or nothing, but don't do that. Don't mess with somebody's food. Don't do that. You feel me? You're mad because you can't do evil? Aw. Or you can't lie to somebody, so you're mad? Or you can't gossip about somebody without them knowing, so you're mad? Or you can't cheat on somebody, so you're mad? Or you can't hurt somebody? Like, come on, bro. The list goes on and on and on. These people are weird. You're mad because you can't do evil without being known? Like, you got, like, bruh, you have to stop. You can do it elsewhere, but just don't do it to a child of God who has spiritual gifts. But that's the ones they want to do it to the most. Is the children of God. They want to do it to us the most because we hold the light and we have the connection to the source. So it makes them feel even more powerful. That's what they do. That's why they want to constantly do it to you. Because it makes them feel powerful to be able to do it to you. They want to do it to you because you have the connection to Christ. But then they get mad when they realize they can't get away with it. Thank you, Joy Justice, for the $20. God bless you. I appreciate it, sis. I did see that. I'm not going to not acknowledge it. Thank you so much. But yes, that's what it is, man. You have the connection to source. So when they get over on you or they feel like they got over on you, it makes them feel so like, oh my goodness. And the adrenaline rush, you know, and the oh, this feels so amazing. The whole time we're already peeping game. We see that you're gossiping about us. We know it. We are sensitive. I can tell when you're talking about me. I can tell when you're doing the wrong thing. You feel me? But you're mad? You're butthurt? Because you got demons that you need to please? And if you can't please these demons and mess with me, you better go please your demons elsewhere. You better go please your demons wherever else you got to please your demons at, but not against me. It ain't going to work because I'm going to expose you every time. You're going to get exposed by God. Every time. Thank you for deleting Ryan's comment, Sky Viking. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Put him, yeah, all of them. Get them all out of here, Sky. Shout out to you for doing your job. Thank you, sis. Yeah, they can't do nothing but project. Sacred intuition says they can't do nothing but project. Look at them demons. They mad. They stay mad, bro. And they want to make us mad because they're mad. We're mad because we can't do evil. So let's make them mad because we can't do our evil. Bruh. I ain't never seen the amount of wickedness in my life that I've seen in 2024. How the hell are you mad because you want to live an unrighteous lifestyle and hurt somebody else and they don't want to be hurt? God's not going to let them be hurt. God's going to expose exactly what you are doing to them. Whether that's as small as gossiping or doing something to their food or plotting, planning, and scheming or whatever it looks like, you're going to get ministered to by God. God's going to tell you, hey, X, Y, and Z, this is happening. And then you're going to take necessary precautionary steps in order to not be hurt or be around snakes or vampires or devils and demons. And then they're going to take offense to you not wanting to get hurt. Come on, bro. I'm speaking to, come on, man. That's the end of it all right there. The evil is very strong tonight. It's just a sad reality. It's just a sad reality that we live in, man. It's a very, very sad world. It's a very cold, dark, miserable, depressing world. Nobody's scared of God anymore. Nobody has the fear of the Lord. Nobody's worried about hell or heaven. Everybody's just evil and full of lust and perversion, constantly trying to satisfy their flesh. And that's why it's so wicked, man, because the flesh constantly wants more and more and more. You can never please the flesh. That's why these people continuously do evil and evil and evil and evil and evil and evil, because it's never satisfied. And that's why they go to absurd lengths. Absurd lengths, because they're trying to fuel their freaking demons in their flesh and they can't satisfy them. They don't understand that revelation. You cannot satisfy your flesh. It's death, literally. The lust of the flesh equals death. The scriptures say it. Thank you, Player One, for the 5. He said, man, in the name of Jesus Christ, get rid of the manifesting spirits. I rebuke that. In Jesus' name, man. You know, they just got under my skin a little bit. I'll be all right. It's all good. It's just frustrating. You feel me? It's just frustrating. It's very frustrating when you get treated like absolute trash everywhere you go for no apparent reason. Can't even get served. You can't even get a meal served to you without somebody gossiping and hee-heeing and ha-haing and doing all this weird stuff. You know, And I understand what it is. Like I said, I'm not stupid. I understand it's spiritual. I'm not carnal with it. Ephesians 6:10-19. I already know what time it is. It's just frustrating because I'm a man wrapped in flesh. I have emotions. I need Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? I get frustrated. I have all of these. I'm a person, bro. I'm a human being. You know? It is what it is, though, man. They are easily ramping up the gang stalking right now. They ain't got no fear, man. They don't realize, like, bruh, anybody doing this stuff, they have no fear of God. If you could stalk somebody and mess with somebody's food, if you could cheat on somebody, lie to somebody, backstab, whatever it is, I don't care what it is that you're going through, narcissistically abuse, gaslight you, make you plant seeds of doubt in you and frustrate you and do all this purposely, bro, you are, there's no reason for you to be alive. And I'm keeping it G. I pray for y'all still, but there's really no reason for you to be here. You might as well just go, you know, for real. Because there's no reason for you to be here. Like, what are you doing here? You're not even somebody who just is reserved. You're literally intentionally out here doing weird stuff to make people feel pain and all this other stuff. You're weird. You're a weirdo, bro. You get off on people's pain. You're weird, bro. You know? Like, you're weird. You need help. Straight up. Do I have OCD struggles? Yeah. I have OCD struggles. I have ADHD and OCD. I like to clean a lot and things need to be in place a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of just how I am. The worst ones are the ones who do it but pretend like they are still good people. That's a covert narcissist. That's a Pharisee. That's religious devils. They swear they love Jesus, but in reality, they over here picking and prodding at your spirit and doing witchcraft and word cursing you and talking down on you and hoping God doesn't bless you and mad at your mere existence. But at the same time, they say they love Jesus. Shut up. You're a liar. The truth ain't in you. You're a straight liar. A straight up liar. Because not only does God see your heart, but God's children know your heart too, because we have spiritual gifts. We can sense the spirit you're operating from and you don't like it. It's not even you that doesn't like it. It's the demon that doesn't like it. It's your flesh that doesn't like it. You want to satisfy your flesh so bad by causing pain and misery onto somebody, but you're mad because we peep what you're doing. You're upset because you need to do more and more evil things to satisfy your flesh and these demons, and we refuse to let it happen. We'll remove ourselves. We'll keep the peace. We won't fight with you. We won't do this stuff. No, we'll just go the other way and we'll dust our feet and pray for you, but you're mad because you need to satisfy your demons so bad. You need to satisfy, and like I said, it just gets worse progressively over time. Over time, it just gets worse and worse. These people got to do more and more evil things to feel alive. To feel alive. They got to do the next day is something else. And it's just like when you try drugs or whatever it may be, right? You start with this and then you end up with that. It's the same thing with these evil acts out here. However, they gotta get, you know, their satisfaction. It just gets worser and worser and worser and worser. Next thing you know, that we got people murdering each other and killing kids and doing all this crazy stuff just to satisfy them demons that they got within them. You feel me? Crazy, y'all. My little 2 cents for today. Just my little vent session. Shout out to all y'all for being here and listening to me, man. I love y'all. Thank you. You know what I mean? Thank you for being here. And for the ones talking crap, that's fine. Keep talking, bro. Because your heart's dirty. You know? And that's why you cut off. Straight up. When you caught them to act like nothing happened, yeah, and then turn the legions against you. Exactly. You think that these people will ever take accountability? You catch somebody gossiping about you and you might press them, right? Like, hey, why are you talking about me? What are you talking about? I'm not talking about, what are you talking? Like, shut up. Own your shit. Own your shit. I had to own mine. I own my stuff every day. I own up to everything I do wrong every day as best as I can. I'm not perfect, but I own when I'm wrong. I'll say I'm sorry. You know, these people won't do that. These people will be like, how dare you call me out for my evil? How dare you? I'm going to gossip some more. I'm going to mess with your food some more now. I'm going to make you feel unwanted even more now. How dare you call me out for my evil, wicked acts that make me feel great? Jokes, bro. Adonai's watching it all too. God's sitting in the heavens up above and watching it. Come on, he just looking down at this like, come on, man. Not even realizing they finna go spend eternity in hell if they don't quit. Most people are miserable. Don't let them bring you down. No, I'm good, bro. They'll get under my skin sometimes, you know. I'm a man. I can't be, you feel me? I'm not scared to show my emotions and stuff at times because I'm a person, bro. This is what the real walk with Christ looks like. People are so fake, bro. People are so phony out here. They ain't authentic worth of nothing. They're scared to be authentic. That's how programmed they are. They're absolutely mortified and terrified to be authentic. They're terrified to be their true self. Terrified. Because that's what this matrix has done. It's told them to not ever be their self. Don't show nothing. Be this way and that way and that's it. And then want to go and criticize and persecute everybody else who wants to be authentic. Come on, man. The world is trash, bro. This world is full of demons. The world is disgusting, bro. How you gonna mess with somebody's food, bro? That's the lowest of the low. You gonna tamper with somebody's food, something they put in their body, and think it's funny? You gonna think it's funny? Come on, bro. You're sick. You're sick in your head. You need help. Real life help. Psychiatric, spiritual, all of it. You need all the help. All of it. When they attack you is when they gave up on themselves. Ooh. Dream killers, man. That's what I call them. The dream killers. They gave up on themselves and their dreams, so they want to go around killing everybody else's dreams. You mad because you didn't keep going after your dreams because you let somebody else kill your dreams. So now in that person killing your dreams, you want to go around killing other people's dreams. And then you wonder why you ain't blessed. Stupid. Then you wonder why nobody rocks with you. Then you wonder why nobody wants to, you feel me? Because and nobody support, nobody, come on. Because look, bro, you out here killing people's dreams. You out here really trying to kill people's dreams because you're miserable and you ain't even got a dream, or you had a dream and you let it go. So because somebody made you put down your dreams, you want to go kill everybody else's dreams in light. Now you're a child of Satan and you claiming God while being a child of Satan. Stupid. The hell are you gossiping for when I come in your business? What the hell? What? You mad because you're 50 years old and you're flipping burritos still? That's not my fault. I ain't do that. I don't even know you. I'm thankful that you're making burritos, bruh. Why are you mad at me? Because you gave up on your dreams or you never had a dream? So you gonna do this now? Come on, bruh. Crazy. I love y'all, man. I'm up off here. Keep everybody lifted up in prayer. Shout out everybody, man. More new music coming soon. Y'all don't.
Biden administration finally agreed to ban Peter Daszak and EcoHealth Alliance from receiving any more funding for gain-of-function research. You'll recall EcoHealth Alliance and Peter Daszak were the ones that were funding the research in Wuhan, China. This is a great victory. But this is only the beginning. It's time to take things a step further and prosecute Dr. Fauci for lying to Congress. He still insists he didn't fund gain-of-function research. We now know it's a lie. It's time that he be prosecuted. Add your name to stand with me.
Okay, what if, okay, that video I was just got sent to me 2 months ago. It was uploaded July 8th, 2024 on unregistered with just under 1,000 views on that video. Okay. 2 months ago when that was put out and says, oh, Fauci needs to be arrested. Well, why hasn't anybody arrested him in the spiritual first so he'll be arrested in the physical? Because that's the way it works from my experience. So imagine yourself arresting him in the spiritual and watch them through your vision get arrested in the physical, and it might happen. That's the way it's supposed to work. Not just everybody screaming, oh, he needs to be arrested. No, there's plenty of warrants in the spiritual for these scumbags. So until that happens in the spiritual, it probably won't happen in the physical. I don't know whose job it is. I'll start working that way in the spiritual. I'll tell you that. After that being sent to me. I mean, I've known that. It's just working that way. But all you got to do is see. This is what Blazer would say. There are warrants there for these scumbags. Just got to go to the, what would he say? Blazer would say, there's a chest there full of warrants for these scumbags. Just got to reach in and grab one and go after it. Something like that, right? Oh, man. It is true because, I mean, we've seen it. We could prove it. That's what I was trying to prove to Madria. And there's been some success in the Spirit Wars. Not the fleshly shill BS that's being peddled out there by the dentist shitbags. We actually call them shithead in code. But seriously, that's the way I've seen it work. Just like I was telling you guys earlier, okay? Was looking into human trafficking being tied with the medical industry in Phoenix. And just by looking into that, all of a sudden, the tax assessor gets arrested for human trafficking. Actually, he was indicted in 5 different states, charged in 5 different states. I'll upload that. I did a whole show on that. I've been wanting to upload that, so now's the time. Next upload will be, and I think his name was Peterson. Something Peterson. But watch for the title. Tax assessor Peterson, something like that, gets arrested for human trafficking. Watch for that title in the next... we'll see. Maybe I can do it tonight. I've been wanting to. I'll get it uploaded at least, and then want to make sure I got a notification. Anyways, Blazin' will always get a little bit of credit for me because she likes to dig in hard and get the clips, right? Even if she might be working for him and trying to promote, but she still gets some good clips. I'm going to play, it looks like she did a stream 2 hours ago, and I was, right when I tuned in, was part of a phone call where there was a witch on the phone saying that you can't stop them. It's freedom of religion. Well, Christianity isn't about fighting people in the flesh. Shouldn't be. They can't really get it, most of them. They think the word is the tongue, and the Bible is the sword of the tongue. And it is kind of like that, but it goes farther than that, than just kind of being a bench warmer, pissing in the wind. But the thing is, the witchcraft, they're trying to make their grift legal so they can keep on doing what they're doing legally, which is cast spells on people to hurt them. That's still kind of using a weapon in the internet to try to screw people's lives up. Christianity is about, and I'm more of a fringe, I'd have to say, fringe Christian. Because, I mean, it takes fringe to be able to go, hey, there's a whole chest full of warrants right there for some bad guys. Reach in and go get them, guys, gals. Right? That's some fringe stuff. But the thing is, I'm not trying to hurt people. I'm trying to do the work in the spiritual. The witchcraft is trying to hurt people in the physical. It should be, I mean, it should be illegal. Not, hey, that's part of our freedom of religion. Well, I mean, if you got a religion that's out to hurt people, I don't think that's religion. I think that's terrorism. That's my opinion, though. Anyways, here's the 12-minute video that we went over earlier, unedited, unchecked by Mr. Cox, in full, and then it'll autoplay into over what Blazin put out earlier. There's somewhere in here, and I might go through it. I'd have to figure out the part, but there's somewhere in here where there's actually a witch on the phone where she's saying, yeah, what we do is freedom of speech. I spellcast on people. It's freedom of religion. In my opinion, I don't think it should be, because you're trying to hurt people. Just saying. Anyways, here we go. Thanks for joining in.
Okay, Andrea, you got a short time, Andrea. What's going on?
I just was doing a quick check-in.
Yeah.
And I'm just...
No, because we have...
I see something hot happening.
Painting. I'm sorry.
I see that you have hot news happening. I didn't want to interrupt, but I just wanted to see...
This is old news. This is like Death LARP from... Jesse broke this Thursday?
Death LARP?
Yes, this has been happening, but Jesse and or one of Thomas's people uncovered this. Jesse made me aware of this Thursday, and then Friday he had Lestat on the hotline.
Lestat's the guy that fell out of the window or something?
Allegedly, but apparently that was all bullshit, which I was skeptical myself. Plausible but improbable. Yes, Charlie?
Yeah. Maybe in the future people will just assume that everything's a LARP until proven differently.
Well, right. I was skeptical, but I mean, I know people that have committed
somebody
suicide,
who believes in crypto.
I'm trying to. Okay.
Is all I'm getting at. So
yeah.
To the spot. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I got a phone call, a long phone call that I didn't mean to take, or I didn't anticipate, I should say. I mean, I meant to take it, so I answered.
Is everything okay?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, I can't tell my family.
You seem a little rushed.
Sorry, I got a drama LARP. There's a death hoax.
Don't tell your family that.
I told the kitchen painting alibi I had. But if you hadn't heard, that girl Andrea on Aaron's, if you check his stream from yesterday morning, she came on to try to throw you under the bus about some video where you said I was working with. First of all, let me.
I don't know anything though. So even if I said I thought you were working with somebody, what do I know? I watch it not as much as everybody else.
Yeah, I didn't really care anyway. I'm like,
yeah, my opinion shouldn't matter at the time. You know, I'm just trying to whatever. So what'd she say?
Your new best friend Shay. But if you wanted to hear it, I rewind my tape / because about an hour or two ago I was documenting it / it was funny because I was playing it and then the stream went unavailable and then I checked back and it was available. So I don't know if Aaron was just like, haha, I'll fuck with them. And then
yeah, he's just watching you real time, like some kind of security agent, and just privating it and he probably laughed just like that when he did it.
Yeah, and then made it public again.
Like that's how he gets his jollies off.
Yeah, so he's a strange one.
And now he and Shay are doing like internet, psychic foreplay using me as some kind of like volleyball or something. Keep doing what you do, bitch. I mean, you're investing too much time into me, but I'm flattered. Whatever. Aaron called me. I didn't call him. He's the one that drew me in here. Remember? Yeah.
Well, just to let you know, she
so they can scream that I'm an infiltrator.
Just to be clear, she said there's a video. Not that I really care, but she had the website. She dropped the website, which I'm afraid to go to because there might be some sort of like sketchy virus with it or something. Mm-hmm. So she told me to watch some video of you. There's like 2 clown videos, and one of them you say that I'm part of the Workyverse, right? Which I don't even care if you did.
He's clout chasing. That's that troll group that Ruski's a part of. Like I was joking around. I figured maybe you guys would get it because you guys know Ruski. It has nothing to do with her.
I heard Mass One say that you.
This is not even about her. All I was trying to prove was that I thought that Aaron was using her and weaponizing, just like that other guy weaponized her as she's a weaponized sicko. and Aaron used her to get me to shut up or whatever. Like, nobody's worried about that irrelevant bitch. Like, the nation already laughed at her once. Like, I'm not trying to. If she wants to be mad at somebody and make a website about somebody, she should do it about Dr. Phil and Turtle Boy, not me.
She seems to be upset. So you
Well,
already
because
knew
she's a
that.
chick,
So
and Aaron's probably gaslit her in a jealous way, like he tried to do with me versus Sugar Shine. Like, Aaron tried to make me feel like, oh, first of all, he called me and told me to come back over, watch this, watch that. He brought me over here. You know what I'm saying? And then when I got over here, it was, oh, Sugar Shine hates you and she's jealous because, you know, she thinks we like each other. And that's when he played the recording of her, where he recorded her in his own home and she was like fighting with him. And I saw what he was doing. And so he's probably doing that same thing to Shay. Like, she wants to be, in her fantasy, she's the one being hunted and stalked by all the demons and everybody. But in the real world, she's doing that to other people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to I'm not playing with crazy people. And my mom taught me better than to pick on retarded people. So if she's not an actress and she's really just crazy, I'm not fucking with that bitch. But anyway, when I brought up Workyverse, I was joking because of the Ruski crossover and like all the mergers that were happening. And I was just basically saying, like, there's real like Sharky type trolls out there. Like, I am just here as a viewer and just like cutting up and interacting or whatever. I don't know shit about shit. That was the whole joke about my channel being named Andrea Knows. It was like an inversion. Like, I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, well, I like I said, I only heard, I think, Mass One say it to you.
Yeah, but like, think about this girl being up at night, like paying for a domain name to like put my skin on and like discredit me. But she's on national TV calling everybody else demonically possessed gang stalkers. Like, who's possessed? I think Aaron and Shay are possessed, if you ask me. So I'm not fucking with those two crazy loons. Just not doing it. But I would like for them to like they're getting off on it. This is like their way of doing like radar love, like etherical foreplay. Like, go get fucked, you dusty, crusty bitches. Like, this girl followed a fucking psychic named Dennis Pierce. Have you looked this guy up and looked at his videos online?
I think I watched your video highlighting his videos.
No, go on YouTube and search Dennis Pierce. He had a YouTube channel. And
no, I saw like enough to know that
keep in mind, I would not even know who she was if not for Aaron. Like, Aaron's the one talking about, look into it, she's heavily bothered and she's, you know, a targeted person. And then he tells me that she's a targeted person, but I see her actively targeting people. Everyone from her mother down to, you know, the people that were delivering the newspapers that morning. Like, I think she's gaslit and mentally ill, and maybe Aaron is mentally ill too. Maybe it's two mentally ill people gaslighting each other.
Yeah,
but he's devoting time to it.
Codependent thing where
she's paying for the domain.
Aaron's
she'll say that it's not her,
and then she's like the
so she's got a Venmo. Aaron acts like because he doesn't have a PayPal posted that he's like Jesus, YouTube Christ. Like, oh, look at me, I'm credentialed, I have all these awards, I'm so, trust me, talk how I want you to talk. Like, some of us are still trying to break our programming, Aaron. I don't need you telling me what fucking words to use, whether I say understand or comprehend. At the end of the day, 10-4. Yeah, he wants to argue semantics as a distraction and all that shit. Fuck you, you're both crazy and you both need 5150s. Especially if you're paying for websites and uploading stuff, just targeting me. Because at the end of the day, guess what? I'm still sitting here giving 0 fucks. It's the internet.
Well, I just want to let you know that your troll was effective because she called in like, explain this, Mr. Scotty Karate MMA. How come Andrea made a video about you?
Because Aaron's been giving her downloads. Aaron knows everything about weaponizing sickos because that's what he does. He finds people that he views as, because Aaron's already crazy. Like, I believe now, after seeing what he tried pulling with me backstage, that he's probably certifiable. Honestly, like if he's getting 100% disability, he should probably be getting 150 plus some food stamps, because the motherfucker is weak as fuck.
Yeah,
And if I was a real fucking nefarious troll, technically I have it stated him inviting me there and trying to coach me through purchasing an airline ticket. So if he was already planning this big gang stalk Andrea using Shay, he was really going in. And he's the one that's a fucking problem. He's not a detective. They themselves are the infiltrators. They're going around, you know, acting like they're the good people and everyone else is the bad people, and they're infiltrating like as we speak. So,
well, I would love for you to drop the DMs. I want to know all these things. Just kidding. You don't have to.
Yeah, I really don't prefer dropping personal messages. I mean, if I had to, I would. The fact that Aaron was already blocked by me twice.
So
the fact that he was already blocked by me twice, and then he reached out to me after the Ghost thing, when that guy Ghost asked me on his panel, it all seemed like it was in a row. Like, let Ghost attack her, and then Aaron's there to cushion my fall and be like the white knight, like reaching out to me through the phone, through another phone number that wasn't blocked, to say, is everything okay? And then give me his download, draw me back. I was off doing my own thing. You sons of bitches sought me out in my comments on the back streets. You didn't get the reaction you wanted, so now weaponize the fucking crazy Dr. Phil sicko. And like, she's protected. Why? Because she's some big time decoy in the pred catching community. All she did was go hook up with some pred catcher, wait until way later to say, he raped me. After the fact.
She said he can't get it up and raped her with her.
Right. So she's the infiltrator. I mean, she's no different than Vic fucking Cook, if you ask me. She's a like E-level actress. Okay. Like, she went on there and she really thought that she could manipulate the nation and Dr. Phil. I mean, he might not be a doctor, but it doesn't take a doctor to figure out that that bitch is full of shit. So if Aaron's going along with it, either he's part of the Dennis Pierce cult, the spirit warriors, bitch, you guys are fucking doing dark energy work. You're no spirit warriors. You're doing the work of you know who. But I want to know who's paying. She's so fucking starving, and Aaron's so fucking starving, and she has her Venmo posted. Who's paying for the domain? Because that's all new material, bitch. That's not from anybody else. That's from your camp. It's already been traced.
Apparently she has a history of doing this, just so you know, in the pred catching community. And I think we can definitely open this line of questioning later. However, I got to get to my painting for my girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm going to let you go. I just wanted to get that out, and I figured I could use your venue, so thank you, Scott.
No, for sure. No, but come back later when I'm done my painting, and we can wrap about this more, for sure.
Okie dokie, Smoky Toodles. Bye, everyone.
Love you.
I knew Tom Schoenberger in both 1979, 80, 81, and again in 1995. I want to make it clear that I'm a real person. I'm not a psyop, a fembot, or a feminazi. I'm a real live person. I'm Googleable. In 1979, I graduated high school. I'm 59 years old. I grew up in Los Angeles, and I was accepted to UC Berkeley, drove up on a weekend with one of my friends who already was attending Berkeley, and her brother, who lived in a frat house. We had rooms there for the weekend. It was summer, so they would rent out rooms. Downstairs, there was living Really pretty girl, long dark hair, and a kind of chesty Mick Jagger looking guy. And they just seemed older and more dangerous, and I didn't really hang out with them very much. In the room, though, they had a black door, and written on it was, in red lettering, was painted black. And here was this guy who looked kind of like a Rolling Stone. It was weird. And I was like, wow, Berkeley's even trickier than I thought. Flash forward to my moving into Barrington Hall, Berkeley's Punk Palace. It was a student co-op, which meant that in exchange for a few hours of work a week, we got really low rent. And it was a bunch of super smart, miscreant, maladjusted people. And some really well-adjusted ones who just wanted to keep their heads down and get straight A's. So it's an interesting, eclectic mix. And there's a website, or rather a Wikipedia page about Barrington, if anyone is curious. And while I was there one night at dinner, I was sitting with a guy named Ken Friedman, who went on to open a series of really successful restaurants. And Sam Quinones, the writer, who's written extensively. I mean, it was a really cool place. I mean, these are what people who went there grew up and became. And I said to Sam, oh, who's that guy over there? He's really cute. He looks like Jimmy Page. I don't know. Like, I read Clean Magazine as a kid. I had weird things. And he goes, oh, that's so-and-so. He's a guitar player. You should tell him he's cute. And he became my boyfriend. Well, he lived in the valley, that exotic land, the San Fernando Valley, which was so, and I'd gone to an all-girls school, so I only knew about Valley Boys, and I was very sheltered. So over Thanksgiving, he picked me up at my mom's house, and we went to meet his best friend, Tommy Schellenberger. And on the way over there, he said, oh, hey, just to let you know about Tommy, he's going to tell you his birth date is June 6th, 1960. I mean, he's like Damien 666 marketing, but his birthday is really June 1st. And I'm like, why? I actually said, why would somebody lie about that? Like, that's dumb. He goes, oh, it's just Tommy. I met Tommy, and I looked at him, I'm like, it was the same guy who lived in the frat house. And I was like, now he's living back at, oh, okay, whatever. You know, it just seemed strange to me. Beautiful home, lovely single-story home in the valley. And over the course of dating my boyfriend, I met Tom's siblings, including his late sister Karen, briefly. You know, I sat and chatted with her while the guys went and like jammed out or listened to records or whatever. And then in the summer of 1980, my boyfriend and I decided that we would continue to live in Berkeley. And he's like, well, if Tommy moves up, then we can have a band. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to be in your band, but yeah, okay, cool. Tommy moved up, and he was followed by the twins, Mark and Todd Sessa. And Tom had told me that they were the twins from a TV series called The Monroes. And I later found out that was a lie. That was, again, just an extrapolation. And I will say, like, Tom could play piano then. He played beautifully, and he could go from classical to barrel house to blues to pop. I mean, and he played a Farfisa on one of those tall spinning amps, and he also had a little red piano that he and my ex-boyfriend had bought from my mom. It had been my stepfather's. It was like a little red Wurlitzer. And things began to get darker once the school year for 1980 started. The twins and Tom moved out. The band was doing well. They'd opened for X, which was so awesome and wonderful. And I didn't care for some of the people that Tom hung around with. They just were my type. And my boyfriend and I broke up. I moved out, and the pressures of school were a lot. And I had a nervous breakdown and moved home. And in retrospect, I feel like, and then the band kind of took off for a while. I sort of felt that my breaking up with my boyfriend helped the band, but I wouldn't necessarily say that, you know, Tom played a part in that or in my nervous breakdown. But he and many other people were not great influences on me. Again, I grew up very sheltered, so I just wasn't used to the crazy atmosphere of Berkeley at the time. So I moved back home, got into Loyola, recovered, got into Loyola Marymount, and my ex-boyfriend and I stayed friendly. And occasionally we chat, and as life progressed, I got to know more people who knew Tom, and I would hear, oh, Tom got married. He became a Catholic and got married, and now he calls himself Tom Schellenberger and says he's French. And then Tom was divorced, and then Tom had a thriving business in Napa. It was 1995. My ex-boyfriend had gotten an amazing, job of a lifetime playing guitar in a touring band, and his family arranged a surprise party for him. And the decoy was my then roommate, a guy named Scott Burke Travis, may he rest in peace. And he brought my ex-boyfriend, and everyone, and a couple people were like, "Oh, well, Tom's Schellenberger's coming all the way from Napa," and I was like, "Wow, huh?" And like, he's doing great, and he was there, and he was wearing a houndstooth checked black and white jacket and a button-up shirt, and he was clean cut, and like, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, I'm doing great. I love Napa. Listen, I have a guest room. You come up, let's go antiquing." And you know, even at 34, I assumed that this was a legitimate invitation. And I wanted to make one thing really clear, because I'm sure we're going to get some heck over this. I am a practicing witch. I am a sorceress. This is in court documents that I'm not supposed to practice witchcraft on a guy I evicted. And I'm exercising my constitutional right of freedom of religion. And I do not believe in any religious theocracies, because I know that that's one of the things that people throw at their detractors, is that they're Satanists or that they're this or they're that. And I'm going to allow people to draw their own conclusions. The story I'm about to tell is my own perception of events as they occurred. So, you know, and at the time I was working for a record company, but I'd always kind of had like music or writing related jobs, and I was working for a major label. And at some point I was like, you know what? I've never been to Napa, sure. And this was maybe a few weeks after, and I got in touch with Tom, and I'm like, hey, you know, I would love to come up and do some antiquing and see what Napa's like. And if your offer of guest room stands, I'll take you up on it. He goes, great, that's great. I want to show you Napa and the wineries and maybe talk some business with you. Okay. So I flew up on my own dime, and I had maybe $150 to like maybe buy some stuff, you know, take him out to dinner. And, you know, I had a little float, not a lot. Picks me up, takes me out to dinner, and I'm like, oh, he has a convertible Miata. I thought, well, he's a divorced guy. That's what they had, you know, like. And then we drove to Napa, and I suddenly realized I didn't know the address where we were going. This was before cell phones. I did not know where I was. And we walked into the condo, and straight ahead was a kitchen. In front of the kitchen, like between the front door and the kitchen, was kind of a living dining area. There was a bathroom downstairs and a staircase upstairs. And as the couch was like this really tiny, like metal kind of thing. And he said, oh, you know, I wasn't able to clear out the guest room. It's got all my junk from skiing and a bunch of other stuff. And but, you know, we can put pillows between us in the bed. Now, I've toured with rock bands. I have platonic men friends. I've shared beds with gay women and straight men, and nothing's ever happened. And plus, I had like men's button-down mattress pajamas. And I'm like, yeah, you know, no. And I still, you know, I was like, okay. And I was awakened from my sleep by his hands all over me. He pulled down my pajama bottoms, and thankfully it was over very quickly. And he said in a mechanical voice, I'm sorry, this normally doesn't happen. I've been under a lot of stress. And I was like, what? Like, oh my God. What just and what's going on? So this is 1995. Things were different then. And prior to us going to his condo, Tom had taken me to his office, which was in the ground floor of kind of a pseudo-Victorian, told me about all the people he knew in Napa, said he'd just done an event for Francis Ford Coppola, and gave me an autographed bottle of wine from Coppola. Just, you know, he'd signed it in a Sharpie. I may have sent you a photo of that. And to verify my story, it's a 1984 bottle, and I've held on to it because it's signed by Francis Ford Coppola. Maybe I can sell it one day or something, you know? So morning comes, and I went downstairs to use the bathroom, and I started to look for like a portable phone that I could take in the bathroom and lock, because part of my mind was, lock yourself in the bathroom and call 911. They might be able to figure out where you are, even if you don't know the address. And the other part of me was, and if you do that, what's going to happen to you? Your story looks really bad. Like, this isn't, like, Tom could talk his way out of this, and then I'd be stuck in the middle of, I don't know where. Like, I was afraid that the repercussions of my saying anything, of my calling 911, if I could even find the phone, and what if he heard me? He's bigger than me. I'm 5'7", and at the time I weighed 125 pounds. Like, he's bigger than me. So I'm like, look, I'm going to make the best of this. The goal in any situation is to get out alive or with as little physical harm as possible. And I was scared, but I'm like, look, we can, like, this will be over quickly. We'll go antiquing. I'll ask him to take me back to the airport early, whatever. I'll just, and he goes, oh, you know what? Antiquing up here really sucks. We're going to go gambling instead. And I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah, I'm a big roller in I think it was a hotel casino in Lake Tahoe. And he goes, and I had a dream about the slot machine and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. You know, like, this is taking a weird turn. I'm not liking it. But if I just, like, the longer I say yes, the safer I'm going to be. Then he goes, oh, you know, here's a little something for you. And he gave me a silver link bracelet, which I threw out when I moved, with Balinese figures on it. Like from it was like a souvenir bracelet. It was nice, but like, what, huh? And then he said, oh, you know, I'm dating these two women. And I'm like, oh, I mean, that's something you tell a woman at dinner so that there's no concern. You know, I mean, that's what gentlemen do. They're like, and before you end up putting this chick in your, you know. And he goes, yeah, one of them's Persian. She's a really good piano player. She has webbed toes, and I call her Web. And I'm like, why are, like, my brain was like firing. Like, why is he telling? This is the weirdest thing ever. I can't. And this is. And at that point, got in the car with him with my little overnight bag, and we zoomed up to Lake Tahoe, where he checked in, and they comped him a room. And he got very angry because the slot machine he dreamed about took his money. He went and yelled at a security guard about it, and like pitched like, I have a right to win kind of fight. Like, that's what it looked like from a distance. And he went back to his slot machine, started playing, and he hit a big jackpot. He goes, see, they're watching me. They want to keep me as a big spender here. And I'm like, dude, this is weird. Then they upgraded his room, gave us free meals, and he got a little plastic Instamatic camera that he gave to me as a gift. In our room, he pushed himself into me again, and I was just like, oh shit. And it was the same, like, boom, like 1, 2, done. I'm really sorry. I'm under a lot of stress. This normally doesn't happen. And I'm like, oh no, this doesn't happen with me with dudes. There's something weird here. Like, what the? Got through it, left, because we spent Saturday night, drove back Sunday to take me to the airport. It's like bypassing that, and just go straight to the airport. And on the way, he took some pills and said, hey, do you mind driving for a little while? I'm really tired. And I luckily kind of knew how to drive a stick shift long enough for him to rest. He took over, and as we were driving down the road, he was driving kind of fast, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be a Jordanka, we're going to die, this is horrible. And like, this is my perception. In his mind, he might have thought he was like the suave Cary Grant kind of dude, like, ooh, look at what he pulled off. I don't know what was going on in his head. In my mind, I was freaking scared too. Like, I was scared. And all of a sudden, a CHP officer appears, and I was like, oh, thank God. Thank God. Tom says to the CHP officer, is this a speed trap? Because I got a ticket here the last time I was driving. And the officer looked at me, and I looked at him. And you know what a stand-up dame does in that situation? He goes, officer, I'm sorry, my period just started, and it hurts so much, and I don't have a sanitary napkin, and I'm passing clock. I didn't do that. I did not do that. I was not going to cover for him. I was not going to do the stand-up dame thing of having a full bladder or like my period starting, which is what a girl does. You know, if you're with a dude, you want to like help. And yeah, I mean that's just how I am. And he took me to the airport, and I never spoke to him again. Now, in the course of knowing people in my life, I knew people who would fill me in occasionally about him. Like, oh, blah, da, 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 this person, oh, blah, 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 this person, I learned that Karen had died, and so forth. And for many years, I've worked as a researcher. I was the researcher for Andrew Mornin on the Meghan Markle book. So in the course of, practicing my Google foo, I Googled Tommy Schoenberger because someone mentioned something about Tom and Mozart and a Mozart cache. And that's when the stuff started coming up, and I found North Bay Entertainment, and I just would hit save on all this stuff. Cut, paste, save, cut, paste, save. And, it was like if I was bored or if someone mentioned him, it would, rather than like blurt out this horrible story, which I'd suppressed, I would cut, paste, say, it was therapeutic. And I spoke to a friend of mine who's an investigative reporter, and I said, look, this is like kind of an interesting story about the Mozart cache and how, a baroness was robbed, and then a few years later, Tom finds, the remnants of her junk in a drawer and helps her out with a dealer, and it turns out like that's actually a feel-good story. And you know what, if we can make a feel-good story out of this, you should do this. And he's just like, it's Mozart and me, and that was that, but I would still occasionally Google. I saw the treasure map scam, and I was like, you have to buy clues, and then that was taken down. I kept noticing like on his Thomas Schoenberger page that one article would say 9 million, and then an article a few months later would say 3 million, but they're blogs. So it's not like there's that lag time that comes with magazines. Magazines have a 6 to 3 month head time, but blogs you can put up overnight. So this didn't make sense. And the Uffizi thing was weird. There was all the anti-North Bay, and there's something wrong here. There's something it seems like he's in there was the different stalking charges, and then there was the woman who got like a hateful letter sent to her. This is all stuff I didn't have, I just would read and go, what the hell? What the actual hell? And then I heard that his mom had died after his father had died, and that Tom was suing him, his brother. And I was like, what the hell? That is like bullshit. Like, come on, dude. Like, seriously? Like, that's just, why are you doing this? And I called someone who I knew had been in touch with Tom, and I'm like, yo, what the heck? And I guess he called somebody else who knew Tom, and that person told Tom, and I got a, hey, shut up or I'm going to subpoena you letter. And so I just went back to Googling, and I stayed shut up. And that's how I came across, and I had a life aside from this. I produced an award-winning film. I'm in another really important documentary about Los Angeles art. I opened an art gallery. I was curating shows. I had like a life outside of this. This was just like a therapeutic way for me to deal with something. And in the course of Googling him in 2018 and 19, and seeing the Daily Dot article and having a passing interest in world affairs, this began to concern me. And at the same time, in March of 2019, and this is very important, I had to get a restraining order against someone. It's public record. I hope no one decides to harass this woman because she's not well, and she has 5 restraining orders against her in 5 separate sections of Southern California. And I'm very happy. Yeah, I am very happy to say that thanks to the person who has the criminal complaint against this very tormented person, she is now receiving weekly psychiatric court-ordered treatment. And I'm very relieved, because she must be very delusional to think that I can build a sonic ray beam off the internet and beam it at her. I really, it took me 3 years to set up my TV set. I just am not technological. So in the course of this stalking situation, and she kept violating her restraining order against me, it became clear to me that I was eventually probably, I've become more of an advocate for anti-stalking and anti-harassment legislation. And that one of my goals is for a more comprehensive and effective legislation to benefit both the survivors and the people who are disordered and doing this behavior. And luckily, California, Florida, and a couple other states have strong anti-stalking and harassment laws than other places. So that's my story. It may not be as that's that picture. That's me in 1995. But thank you. I haven't been reading it. No, and I'm going to have to say, Quaid, I disagree with you there. I knew Karen was adopted. I think Tom would like to think he was adopted, because then maybe that will make it easier for him to, explain away things. I mean, I've never heard from anyone that Tom was adopted, but it was common knowledge that Karen was. And Karen was very nice to me. I mean, and I have to say that Tom is an enjoyable conversationalist. He's a brilliant, brilliant guy, but something, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to have to say, Lily W., if you look at Tom's photos from when he was young and his brother's photos when they were young, you will see a great resemblance. The nose, the eye color, the shape of the lips. And this is really interesting. They both have these kind of like pigeon, not in a negative way, but but they have big upper bodies. Tom doesn't look like his brother because Tom smokes cigarettes. It affects your facial features. I mean, you can look at pictures of twins, one who smokes and one who doesn't. So, I mean, Lily can think that, but, people who've known them their entire lives have said, well, yeah, Karen was adopted, but no one ever, that's a lot of time. No, Lily, I would prefer not to speak with beyond this. I'm happy to answer questions, but I just don't want to talk one-on-one with anyone. I have been super, super reticent about coming forward. I've watched and listened and tried to figure out who was who and who I felt safe with. And the cards fell a certain way. And I ended up with talking to you. And I feel really like I've always felt sort of simpatico with you from watching you straight up. And from the beginning, Lepo scared me. And I adore DeFango, but he kind of blew my privacy at one point, and that made me nervous. And it's nothing personal against him. I'm just a big scaredy cat in a lot of ways. And but thank you. Luckily, because I was surrounded by people who were victims of stalking, and I would go, there's this weird dude who's stalking people online. I have a funny backstory about it. And I told one of my girlfriends, a couple of them actually, the story, and they looked at me and they're like, have you discussed this with them? Like, wait a minute, you went to somebody's house and they had sex with you and you hadn't planned on this? And I'm like, no, and they didn't use a condom, but luckily I didn't get anything, but no, and it's actually kind of really upset me because part of me feels really badly about his past, his victims in between my last physical encounter with him and moving forward 25 years later. And I sincerely apologize that I was a big fat chicken shit and a dumbass in 1995. Like, sorry, it was 1995. I'm 59 years old. Let's just look at that. Yeah. Right. Well, then, because I had a stalker who was continuing to violate a restraining order, and I have a friend who's a private eye, he began working out of my gallery so that I would have someone there, and it was also kind of like, it was a little dicier there than I felt comfortable with. And he's been helping me out a little bit. He actually went up to Napa to try and serve Tom in another case after talking to the person involved, and he was unable to serve him, and unfortunately that person didn't pay him, which kind of made me feel bad, so I covered that end of it. But that's everybody has a different way of doing business, and if that person encounters this feed, maybe they'll consider sending that kind private eye who was on the clock for him, not me, in Napa in October of last year, and I'll just leave it at that. So that's kind of it. Diane, seriously, I appreciate you thinking that Tom was adopted, but until I see the paperwork, I'm going to stick with my perception of the story. Tom very, very much resembles his brother. I did meet his mom once, but weirdly, Karen Karen had hazel eyes and sort of brownish hair, but she was morbidly obese. So I don't, but I'm sticking with my story. No, Diane, I don't listen to Sophia music. I'm an initiate in 3 thelemic orders, and it is very important that I not be hypnotized. I mean, that's just, that's kind of standard. You just, go, yeah, and his music provokes a very, I can't listen to it at all.
Whatever.
Okay, well, that's a made-up phrase. There's no such thing. Right, and I am not a musicologist, but I feel there's certain frequencies and tonalities embedded, that impact, when I saw that brain apple thing, I'm like, no, why would anyone, I'm even leery of subliminal tapes online, what if they're programming me to shop more? So why would I, No, Diane, no. And I'm not to be confused with Lisa Clapier at all. However, when I wrote for Fire Dog Lake, I covered Occupy Los Angeles, and I had to deal with Lisa Clapier, not knowing that it's a really small world sometimes, I really, she was very professional, but one of these people who was floaty and delegated things to everyone because she just couldn't be arsed, but she looked like she was working really hard. And a female anonymous, I was in Shanology, and I just want to shout out to the Church of Scientology. We're all entitled to our zany, wacky religious beliefs. Mine are pretty goofy. They don't involve flying donkeys or dying and reviving gods, or people thrown into volcanoes and blown up. So I apologize for mocking your religion more than I may have mocked other people during my time at Shanology. I was doxxed and followed and chased, and my neighbors were fired with information about me by Scientology. Accidentally, my address was published in, was it Gawker? One of those zines, because an anti-Scientologist activist, they got to our garbage. And so I'm not a really brave, well, maybe I am a brave person, because sometimes you see things that need to be done, and they're scary, and there's no reward, but it's the right thing, so you do it anyway. And that's why I felt so that other people know that he, first of all, if you're being stalked and harassed, there are resources. Nextly, your information can be removed from the majority of search websites. It takes a little time, but even me, who can, I can't even figure out Google Hangouts, I was able to do it. Just reading glasses are helpful, and patience. But you do it at night before you go to bed, when you wake up in the morning, a lot of them are gone. It's really cool. And please, if you feel there is ongoing stalking and harassment, talk to your local representative, your local congressional representative. Now, I'm a registered Republican, but God bless Adam Schiff, who was trying before, the Michigan Congress with the whole, Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter, but the whole Trump impeachment happened. I'm like, fuck, because he was working with the Department of Justice to try and create legislation that would benefit people who are stalked and harassed, and create more of a national database. But with that goes a certain amount of loss of privacy. So there's trade-offs. As Jack Parsons wrote, freedom is a two-edged sword. And, you know, how Tom is reacting, he has a, it's, people, like, hurt people hurt is all I can say. And, like, he's obviously suffering and in a lot of pain and feels very persecuted and very, like, overwhelmed by things. And this can stop. Like, there are mental health hotlines. There are mental health organizations that can help people who feel like they are a target. They're like, his reactions are way big and for what's going on. And unfortunately, he's created an atmosphere where people don't trust anything he says. And I don't know if he does. There might be a lot of different Toms with different perspectives. You know, like some days he wakes up and he's a great composer, and other days he wakes up and he's a beleaguered man oppressed by everybody is turning against him, and another day he's a brilliant prophet. And all of us have different aspects of ourselves. But he's very tortured and he's torturing other people, and I wish he would stop. I'm relieved to learn that he no longer is in California. I was afraid he would walk into the gallery. That was another reason I had somebody here all the time. I was just, because, you know, I mean, I don't use my, when I read Twitter about him, I don't use my real name. I do not use my real name on YouTube. You know, a couple people may eventually be able to figure out I was the person trying to get in contact with them. Hi, Manny. Hi, Manny. And again, I would appreciate this being being able to be used for fair use and without any copyright strikes, because I hope that by people sharing it, they will understand that speaking out is freaking scary. I mean, I've told my own sheets, like, I'm a really dumb woman. I went alone to a place I didn't know with a single man. Like, that's like mommy rule number one. But I was a trusting, caring, you know, I was a trusting person. I was like, whatever, this could be fun, you know, go antiquing. And I told this story to a guy friend of mine who grew up near Tommy. And at first he was like, wow, I'm really sorry that happened. And then he looked at me and goes, who the fuck goes antiquing with Tom Schellenberger? And then I remembered, like, a story about him being in Amsterdam and how he was walking around, like, trying to find Roman coins. I'm like, don't you want to buy prints and etchings in Amsterdam? It seems a little, well, that's not the location I would go. And he did proudly show me a Roman coin and a little, and it just, anyway, there may be questions now, but yeah. Yeah, I met Trevor. He's always been charming, really nice to me. He's not a creepy dude. Not really in touch with him, because that whatever's going on over there, I have no, like, it makes my brain hurt. I only have, like, so much space, and most of it over the past month was taken up trying to get a new refrigerator delivered. So, like, I can't even wrap my head around it. I don't want to know about it. I met him. He's very nice. He's very professional. Felt bad when shit happened. Don't care. Like, not my pig, not my farm. Don't care. Well, I mean, if you look at various, you know, internet artifacts, it's been going on for, you know, what, 10 years maybe? I don't know. However, at the time, no. And because of my interest in non-mainstream religions, I worked on and off for 12 years in a bookstore specializing in religion, philosophy, psychology, and metaphysics. And we had IAM books there. And I always thought, you know, this is a real insult to the real Comte de Saint-Germain, who really existed and was part of the affair of the necklace and actually arranged for, allegedly, Elizabeth Vigée Lebrun the court painter to Marie Antoinette to escape with her daughter Julie during the French Revolution. Now, whether or not that is, again, one of the Saint-Germain myths, I don't know. But this whole ascended master thing, and I get it from a metaphysical, I've never met Gordon White from Ruin Soap or know of him, or DKMU. No, I'm sorry. I don't know who that is. So, to get philosophical from my perspective for a point, and this is coming more or less through from St. Augustine, God is pure pureness, and we are all created by God. And because of that, we have a spark of God, of divinity within ourselves. And by tapping into that, we are able to feel better about ourselves and treat people better. And that pure evil cannot exist. This is Augustine again. Pure evil cannot exist because even evil was created by God. So, there's parts of, we all have in us the ability to be a really bad person, but for whatever reason, risk or reward, how we were raised or whatever, we don't. Most people do not play a zero-sum game where they're going to win everything. And it feels like Tom is in a way where he wants to be right now and wants to destroy everything that's wrong so he can be the boss of it. That's what it feels like to me. Oh, yes. No, not at all. Yeah. I would love that. And anytime you just want to shoot the breeze on religion and metaphysics and whatever, I love talking about that stuff. It might bore your audience because it's not, the latest scandal or whatever. But you know what? And we may have different perspectives and whatever, but that's cool. And I would really, really like to thank everyone of you guys. I may never have messaged you privately or even liked a response of yours, but please know that those of you who have been telling your stories and sharing your experience, strength, and hope made me strong enough to be able to tell this story. And I appreciate all of you so much. Someone just said they can't hear you. Bridget, I'm talking to Lestat. Yeah, sorry, for some reason he's not coming through. And this is, yes, Marie Lee Lockwood. This is Lisa. Hi. Arturo's talking to me. I can multitask a little bit. So I just would like to thank everyone, even for telling their stories and making me brave enough. And please find ways to work towards stronger anti-harassment, anti-stalking legislation, and legislation that will not just simply, warehouse the perpetrators, but actually, bring them some peace and calm in their fevered brains.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Lestat. This is great, and maybe you'll have me back sometime. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
For sure. Thanks a lot, and we will be right back, actually, with a commentary, and I hope that the audio got fixed. So thanks.
flag and said, hey, I worked for her, I have information, there's something to be concerned about here.
By the way, is this an isolated incident? If we're trying to take what the big picture here, is there any danger from social media? Are we seeing this, anything like this, or is this just a very bizarre and tragic one-off situation, an isolated situation?
I wish that I could say it's isolated, but it's not. Unfortunately, modern day cults or groups, whatever you want to call it, they're using social media as a preying ground because they have the ability to go viral in an instant, spreading their influence, their message. And we saw it with Jeff Devine with Twin Flames. We saw it a bit in a different way with Ruby Frankie. And people are now using these platforms and social media to spread their message and get more people to engage, that they can buy the dream, they can be an enlightened being as well. And it's unfortunately the new take, I think, that we're going to see with social media.
100% true. You gotta be careful about what you're seeing, reading, and not always believing on social media. Thank you so much, Annie Elise, for coming on. If you want to hear more about